In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand rising, everybody. It's your girl Reese, the best that ever did it. Yes. And I'm here this Turn Up Tuesday with another edition of the Morning Mac Show. This is how we do all day, every day. Yes, I feel blessed. And the sun is out and shining and feeling real good. And Chris is going to be a beautiful day today. Also a beautiful day for your allergies as well, too. So for all your allergy sufferers out there, get your allergy medicine on deck. Get your Visine or whatever you put in your eyes. They got Visine for allergies. Get that stuff on deck and go out there and enjoy your day. Take your inhaler with you. Go out there and enjoy some fresh air. Touch a tree, hug a tree. Make sure you ain't got no tree mites on it. But connect with nature, however you want to do it. I would say take your shoes and socks off and put your foot in the grass. But around here where I live, you put your foot in the grass, you might step in some doo-doo. So no, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. But before I get into the show, let me say hi to my sponsors. Bam! Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. This is a good book. Really good book. Good book. And coupled along with my Molly Mall Sea Moss. Yes, nice, fresh, and cold. I know y'all say she always got a damp towel around this is to keep it cold. Because if you take a moist paper towelette and you put it in the freezer, it freezes fast, baby, and it gets to this I like mine's drink slushy, and it gets to the slushy. I get to get the slushy of my tea. You know, a lot of people don't understand what the slushy is, but for those who like slushy drinks, oh, it tastes so good, baby. For those of you who like slushy drinks, like I do, y'all understand what I do when I take the damp paper cloth. I put it around your drink or your beverage, and you set it in the freezer, and it makes it freeze faster. I didn't believe it. I was told that hat by my Aunt Joyce, and she 80 years old, so I would think she know a little something about what she's talking about, right? um, I was given a hack by her, so ooh, wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Ah, ah, okay. Can y'all see me good now? Woo! I was given a hack by her, and it works. So when you got your Molly Moss Seymour and your shades of blue by AM morning, boop 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 boop. I don't know. There we go. It's a beautiful thing. Mm. Like Keith Murray said, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right, y'all. Let's say good morning to everybody. Good morning out there. Let me see who's out there in the his house. The his house. Good morning, Molly Mall. Let me see. All right, all right, all right. DJ Slicky Woo Boo. Hey, DJ Lucky. Molly
We
Mall in the
read
house.
and like you got a somebody got a green screen.
Look, play with it, but don't play with it. I'm standing on business and I'm listening to what everybody is saying and telling me, and I'm trying to morph this show into an already better. We got a damn the mic show, like my grandma would say, damn the mic. Hey, chow bout. Like my grandma
Shout.
would say, damn the mic. We already got a damn the mic cast and shows and the stuff that we be talking about hitting edge, you know. So I said I got to get with the times. LA Josh got one, the Beast got one. So guess who else got one? Guess who? That's right. Standing on
Mm-hmm.
business. Ain't that right, Slicky? Trying to stand on some business around here. Thank you for noticing, Molly. I don't know how it worked. I was trying yesterday to do a TikTok and make videos so I can have more content out there so people know what's going on with the Morning Mac show. But I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
What
sorry.
up, Woo?
Still coughing. I'm gonna be coughing for the next 6 weeks, according to the doctor.
The doctor.
But if I keep drinking my sea moss, I'm shortening that duration. He say 6. I say the next 2 weeks. Keep drinking my sea moss, taking my vitamins, and taking care of myself. Because I'm up. She took me in the bed. I supposed to still be in the bed, but I had to get up, moving. I had to get my lungs, trying to get it inflated and moving. I get dizzy sometimes, but that don't stop me from trying. Because I ain't gonna believe what they say. I'm gonna do the right thing so I can be here, so I can do the right thing. You know what I mean, Molly? So the sea moss, that Molly, this is my last tea. I got. I need to re up, Molly. Do we sound like we make a drug deal? Molly
So
Mall, I
she
need to re
got
up.
re up.
I got to re up. This is
I
my
gotta
last,
whip
and I
up
only got
another
one
batch.
lemonade left.
I gotta hit the kitchen. I gotta whip up.
You got you, baby. You got to get it in, cook it, cook, whip it up, Molly. We definitely do. So just let me know when your batch is ready. I thought I had more in there, but I think somebody else is sipping on the sea moss. They ain't gonna admit it, but I think somebody else is sipping, not sipping on some scissor, but sipping on some sea moss. Sip, sip, sip. I think somebody else is sipping on some sea moss, Molly, in my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that be saying, sea moss. I think my stuff be disappearing because I be like, wait a minute, last night, because I take my inventory before I go to bed, you know, so. You know, there's a mouse running around here, open refrigerator doors and taking people sea mosses. You know, I think the mouse named Little Tyree. Big Tyree. Ain't no nothing little about it. He getting ready. Oh my gosh, his birthday is at the end of this month on March 29th. And I cannot believe he's old as he is, Molly. Mm. Molly. Gosh. You know Tyree up there with you, Marlon. Wow. Wait a minute, he went out and came back in. Wow. Okay, y'all. So today I want to talk about a couple of things, right? So, but today, what's on my mind is $610,000. Is that a lot of money? $610,000. Well, that's how much it's costing to remove Black Lives Matter out of Black Lives Matter Plaza, just to put up the street. And what I don't understand, if they just painted this mural on there, why can't they just put something on there to take the paint off? Why do they gotta get jackhammers and stuff and dig up the ground to remove it? Am I missing something? Or maybe I don't know how it works or how paint works. Because couldn't they just pour something over it to get rid of it instead of them $610,000 to remove that? That seemed like a lot of money. Hey, Brenda Lee. Hey. Black Lives Matter, you know, the DC, right? For those of y'all in the DMV area, Mary Bowser in the White House was in a battle of moving that Black Lives Matter. So she's doing everything that she possibly can. She's trying to save money, she said. That DC's in a deficit, she said. It's going to be like $1 billion, she said. But she spent over $500,000 to remove Black Lives Matter. Here's my thing. Okay, I remove it, but let's get out of this crisis that we in first. I'm gonna remove it and take it down when we at a more of a level stage, when the government is leveled out and the firing has ceased. Where is it going? It's not going nowhere. So what is the urgency and the rush to get that off of Black Lives Matter Plaza? They made a plaza, Black Lives Matter. What is the rush of getting that mural taken off of the ground? Like I said, it costs DC $610,000 just to remove some paint on the ground. I'm not understanding it. But she get it done with the quickness. Good morning, LA Josh Preston. And she said because she got bigger fish to fry. Well, baby, that if you got bigger fish to fry, go on to the bigger fish. Go on to the bigger fish and wait a minute, what's going on with StreamYard? Why do I see a block or something on here? Okay, third-party cookies blocked. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, I don't know what third-party cookies mean and all of that stuff, but it's okay. It's okay. But couldn't we wait for it? Did we need it right this moment? That's all, you know, I'm trying to figure out. Wait a minute. Something kicked me out. Look, okay, because I'm talking about this. Is this why it's kicking me out? Because I'm talking about the BLM letters or the mural that's on it's on the plaza. Is that why it kicked me out? Baby, I don't know. They're telling me I better stop talking about that. Okay, that's a cue for me to keep going. I'm just asking the question. Molly, did it kick you out too?
Yeah.
Is the StreamYard doing it?
No, that was my iPad. Talking about time to update. I'm gonna start updating.
Look, I don't know what's happening here too, because I was talking about Black Lives Matter Plaza. I was talking about $610,000. That's how much it costs.
Hey, Brenda Lee.
Them to remove that $610,000. Now, you're a resident of the good old DC. Hey,
Yeah.
Tina girl. Hey, Spice Baby. $610,000. Now,
Mm-hmm.
she's saying because she got bigger fish to fry, but they're crying about money. They're crying about getting ready to be in a deficit. Why did you have to get it done now then? Couldn't you wait until everything in DC get a little more settled to where you're sure that where your money and stuff coming from, instead of you spearheading a project to remove some letters from the plaza that you put there from the beginning as a representation for George Floyd, or you know, when America had enough of all the senseless related killings and stuff like that, as far as the police and the people and all of that. Y'all put that there. Y'all made a plaza. It's a tourist attraction for one. It's one of the two. It was 5 years ago. People come and see it, take pictures, and they're thinking this is historic. It's a tourist attraction. So that's one of your money makers right there. So if it's a tourist attraction and it's tourist time, just answer me this, y'all. Y'all live in DC, Molly, and it's
Mm-hmm.
tourist time with the cherry bombs, with the cherry blossoms and all that booming and everything. What was the urgency to spend $610,000 just to remove a mural that's on the ground? And why does it cost so much? It costs so much because they getting jackhammers and removing that junk. And I'm trying to understand. Can you help me understand it?
I mean, I never understand why they made it in the first place. I always been against it. I don't get it, you know. I don't see
Right.
people down there that Black Lives Matter that live there. Like, it's rich crackers that live down there. You can't even go down there and do nothing. So during the day, yeah, you can go down there and say, wow, they got Black Lives Matters on the street. Rip that shit up. We know what it mean now. We know where it actually came from. We know who started it. So no wonder they was
It's
pushing it, but they supposed to be replacing it with statues all around DC that represent Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, George Floyd, all the people you was talking about that street somehow represent, which it don't. They building statues all throughout DC where you can go and actually take pictures of these things. So that's where the money gonna go. And they ripping that thing up because it shouldn't have been in the first place.
But why she ripping it up now? She's saying that DC need money. It costs
They
six hundred and
telling her to
ten
rip it
thousand
up.
dollars.
We don't need no money. I mean, we gotta start
They
falling for
said
that.
that
We
they
don't
need
need money.
money. She
We
said
don't
right
need no
now
money.
that DC is in a deficit.
Yeah, of course. They always say that. When they don't say we not in a deficit or we ain't in some type of debt, and then they turn around, they building robots, rockets, they building all types of dumb shit. They ain't got nothing to do with it. They spend billions of dollars just spraying us every year. Maybe if they don't spray us, we'll have some money. It's a lot of money that just get thrown out, and that's why I'm happy they putting this freeze and this audit on there. We starting to see where all the money went. They invested like a $3 million building, and now the building worth 68 million within 2 years. They laundering money. How that building just jumped 60 some million? And that's why a lot of people don't look into it. They just look at the news and they see them knocking down stuff or taking away stuff or taking away funding, and they think it's
Mhm.
just for no reason. They just think it's some racist guys in office. And no, there's some people that been stealing for years, and now they getting caught. Everybody getting caught. They do fake projects. Yeah, they might got 50 million to build that plaza down there, and then all they did was spend 600,000 on the street. Where the rest of the money go? It don't cost that much to build a street, and if y'all can build Black Lives Matter street in no time, knock it out, then why the fuck are the rest of the DC got speed bumps and messed up potholes everywhere and it's messing people? We got the worst streets in America, and it's the
Except for
nation's capital.
Baltimore. Baltimore, you hit a
That's still
pothole and
part
come
of
up
the
on the
damn
other side
D.
of DC.
Man, it's still bad potholes. Yeah, I'm out here driving. DC should never be like Baltimore or any street like that. It's some streets that ain't get fixed since I've been a kid. You go down there by Benning Road. How long was they fixing on them roads?
Well,
They
well,
been
well,
fixing on
you
them
well,
things
you
forever.
answered your question yourself. Instead of spending $610,000 to tear up some, couldn't they be spending that $610,000 to fix the much needed roads, the potholes, been roads, and fix them streets?
Yeah, it was a guy going around fixing the potholes himself. Every time you see the
That's what I'm
pothole, he got
saying.
the
She
materials
said
and the
she said she spent the $610,000 because they have bigger fish to fry. Don't can't you fry up the little fish too? Why they always going after the big fish? It's the little fish that matters. I thought
what's the little fish? Who the big
little
fish?
fish, like fixing the roads, like you said, the roads in DC, bending road to them. That's a little project. If it's little, then fix it. I don't under you know. To me right now, it's DC. I don't know what to say about the mayor right now. I don't think she know what to say right now. It's like her hands are tied. She feel like I don't know what she feel like. I can't say. I can't speculate. All I'm saying is $610,000 is a lot of money to spend when you claim you ain't got it to tear up the ground. Now I thought you could just paint over the mural. I thought you could just put something on there to make the paint go away, but you got to actually dig the ground up.
Who knows?
You know that part, but I know that $610,000 could be used someplace else, baby. Baby, I'm telling you.
Trey money,
What's up,
Hey,
y'all?
Trey,
600,000 ain't no money to them.
six
That ain't
hundred
no
and
money
ten
to the
thousand.
government. That ain't
Oh,
no money to them.
I wonder how much do it
That
cost to fix one pothole, or how much do it cost to repave one street.
not too much. Get the
So that
manpower.
610 could go a decent amount of ways. That could go, a decent amount of ways. Like you said, all up and down Bennett Road. And you're right. I don't know why Bennett Road. Why do they got a trolley track down Bennett Road? Did DC got a trolley? I never seen a trolley in DC. Did DC got a trolley?
Yeah, we got all this.
Well, you been on the trolley in DC?
I see tours on there.
I ain't never even seen the trolley. Where
Down there
is
by
it?
the Navy Yard, the whole little strip off South Capitol. They be
All I
taking
see
people
is
on the
them the
from like the
track.
base. They be taking them like it be people that live over there.
I'm talking about down Bennett Road, where you go down, like all up and down Bennett Road. It's like these tracks there, like you going down 8th Street and Hecker Jamal towards that way. It's like all these tracks in the road. Because I was like, did they mess up and put the train tracks in the road? And then my cousin's like, no, the trolley tracks. I ain't never seen no trolley go down
What
Bennett
up,
Road.
Ron and Don?
Ron the Don,
Yeah,
another
it's
DC
old
native. Have you
tracks
seen the
down
track
there. Like
go
it's
down
big
Bennett
tracks.
Road? You
Yeah,
trolley?
all through there. Like they got so many train tracks. Some of them don't even use no more, but they
That's what I'm
still there.
talking
You can
about.
still see it.
I don't remember. Oh, maybe I'm too young to remember a trolley. I would have loved to get on the trolley and ride, the trolley. I ain't never been on no trolley. I said I had to go to San Francisco to get on the trolley. We got a trolley right here. Ain't that nothing? Oh, I take it back. I've been on a trolley when we went to Canada, Carabana. It was a trolley, and it's kind of neat because it's like when we went to Canada that you can see all the sights through the neighborhoods and stuff. It remind me of a metro, but on top of the ground, and it stops at different stops. Ding, ding. But it's a train. It's kind of cool. You get on. That was kind of cool, but I would have loved to
Dang.
get on the DC trolley.
Shit, we passed them Charlie days. We got Metro.
A metro ain't as fun as a trolley. A train that takes you that you can look at the sights and stuff. I don't know. And something, you know what? You know what's funny? The X2, where it used to go by Valley Green and all of that. When that bus is a double bus, that was one of the worst routes. The A bus, the A route, the X2, the A route. I remember I'm on the train, on the bus coming home. These people accosted the bus and threw a brick through the window. That they would throw bricks and sticks. And I'm like, you can't even get let off. That's when I used to live in Southeast off of Fairlawn Avenue. I'm like, I can't even get let off the daggone bus without them trying to vandalize and tear the bus up. Now that was back then. That was 30 years ago. So imagine that.
Yeah, dang. Slicky said they still got him in Baltimore.
Trolleys.
Yeah.
All I ever seen was the track. I never actually seen a trolley go by or whatever. I wouldn't even know where you get on the trolley at. So that's definitely. But
So you ain't read Mid Browser's statement that she
you
put on
said
Twitter.
browser.
I know, right? Bowser. She
I
put a
agree with you,
statement.
browser.
She put a statement though why she did it out for the world can know, so people
Yeah, she
ain't got
said
it.
she had bigger fish to fry.
She ain't say that. She
That's
put a
what she.
long tweet out and talk about the 250 more little murals they gonna put up. That's gonna be all about Black historians all throughout DC, which sounds a
Nope.
lot better to me. And you can take pictures of them. And she put that up. She said that's what she replacing it with. So I don't
Well,
know.
that's good, but she said she had to take it down because she has bigger fish to fry. And when I heard her say that, I heard her myself say that. I was like, what's going on? But 610,000. Well, like you said, Molly, it ain't nothing to the government, but it's a lot to us common people out here. 610,000. It's enough that you could get more done than just tearing down one street. You could fix a whole lot of streets. Fix them daggone
That's I
potholes
want to
and that
know
rickety riding.
what's the bigger fish. And it seemed like she put it in her tweet statement. I'm gonna put up the statement that she actually put up for doing this.
That
Her
must have came
actual
after.
response. It's her professional response. I don't know what she was. Some she got bigger fish to fry. She was trying not to tell people what they got going on. She ain't gonna brush us off.
He said she ain't gonna brush this. Well, she had to do some explaining.
I
She
mean, I
bringing
know it wasn't her call though, because she was really excited to get that thing up. So I doubt if she turned around had to make the decision and knock it down after putting all that work in to get it up.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I think it was called down.
Ugh. And a lot of
That's
people were
some
saying,
bullshit.
"Oh, it was done out of disrespect."
My
Uh,
phone died.
so a lot of stuff tearing down. But speaking of tearing down, my boy Phil Page is celebrating some putting up. He's going to be on the show later today to share some exciting news with you all about DC. So I ain't gonna spoil. I ain't gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna say it's exciting, it's positive, and it's about DC. It's happening in DC. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I talked to had the pleasure talking to Phil, a little bit this morning. And okay, here's the question of the day. Since I have Track and X Trey and LA Josh Preston, DJ Slicky Woo Woo Trout Bout, but girl Tina, Spicy Tina, Spice, that's my baby. Um and Miss Bernice and Miss Brenda Lee and the rest of y'all Trout Bout and the rest of everybody. This is my question, right? Before I forget it again, because it's right on the tip of my tongue. When you're raising your kids, for those of y'all who have kids, right? Do you give your child an age limit to leave the house? Do you say, okay, at 18, you have to get out there on your own? Or do you allow them to stay to get their bearings straight? A lot of people say at 18, I don't care where you go, you got to get out of my house. You kick the kids out at 18. How do you feel about that? A lot of people say that. I have a child. Personally, me, myself, And I had to go back to live at home because at 18, I didn't have a job to make a substantial amount to afford my own apartment. Because when you own your own apartment, back then they wanted you to make at least $34,000 back then. Okay. And I didn't make that back then. I don't even think I made 20,000 back then when I was first 18. I had a couple of jobs. They want you to make a certain amount. And if you don't qualify, you're forced to live in the rooms somewhere or get into sharing arrangements. So my grandparents said you could stay at home, and my grandmother charged me a little bit of rent. I was happy to pay my rent. I had my separate phone line. I bought my own groceries, and I still gave my grandparents money to go with their groceries, whatever they wanted to do. I was ecstatic to live at home. I gave her rent because you got to pay somebody, right? So why not pay my family in words? It's together. And they let me work. I was able to work to get a car first. I saved up money and bought the car, because there's steps to getting out there on your own. When they just saying, boop, you're 18, boop, kick you out there. You got to save up some stuff. And I was able to work 40 hours and pay my bills that I had there at home and save up some money, bought a vehicle. Then my next goal was to save up some money or to show them that I make a certain amount, right? Get on your hustle. So yeah, I got 2 jobs. Yeah, now I qualify, right? But you can always let that one job go after you, but you got to keep it for so many months so you can show consecutive paychecks. So, and I did that. Boom, got my own apartment, my first apartment. My first little apartment was on Nova Avenue. It was in the hood of Capitol Heights. It was Crack City best, finest. It was so bad that my maintenance man broke in my apartment and stole my shit. That's how bad it was over there. That was but I'm 18. I'm like, well, how old was I? This is before my son was born. I was like, oh, I'll get my place. I got my first place. I was all psyched to have my first place. I was like 19 by myself. I was a little older than that. By myself. Yeah. Short-lived. Wait a minute, hold up. Let me see. I'm lying about my age. I was older than that because that's after. Anyway, my point is I got over there in the spot, had the nice spot, looked nice inside. The maintenance men thought it looked nice inside too. That's when they decided to go in and steal my TV, my Atari. I had an Atari 2600, all my cartridges and games, a whole bunch of my albums. My music got stolen with my double cassette player with the big speakers and the turntable on top. I had just got my Circuit City charge card. I had just got Montgomery Ward's charge card. And back in the day, that was some big stuff. So I'm buying big appliances, big microwave up there. Baby, all I did was set my apartment up nicely so the maintenance man could come in and pick it right on off. Now, we said that the maintenance man did it because they undid the lock from the inside. The police came. He said this was the inside job. So come to find out that the maintenance man and the resident manager was in on it. I guess they were going around breaking it because I'm not the only house that was broken into like that. They was breaking in stuff and then they were selling it and divvying up the goods. That's bad. But live and you learn. So I had to come back home, get my bearings straight. I didn't, when I came back home, when I left, I never went back. I was able to sustain myself and stay out. But yeah, the question is, when you get 18, when your child get 18, do you kick them out? That's the question. Do you kick he or she out? Do you kick your child out? What do you do for your child when they turn 18? David Green, because you got some kids older than 18. Good morning, David.
I think he said he left a message talking about he got to run to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't have no babies yet, but how do you feel about that? being
I was hoping that David or Molly or somebody will answer because I don't like the parental questions on here. I don't like the
okay.
parental subjects on here anymore. I'm really good.
Okay. Yeah, Molly,
Yo,
what do you think about 18?
my daughter not 18 yet, but when I turned 18, I wouldn't think it was right, if my parents was to put me out. But I went to college, so I was living on my own out there. Hopefully my daughter choose to do that, and if she do, she need to come home and live with me and her mother. It's fine as long as she doing what she need to do. She working and she trying to become independent. And it's up to us to prepare her. So we can't just throw her in the world that we ain't prepared for, and that's what a lot of parents do. Well, you 18 and you just get out. Well, did you prepare them for the world? Is they financially
Exactly.
stable? Did you show them how to apply for apartment and get an apartment? What areas they should look into? Should they look at the crime rates in them areas and things like that? Because my first apartment, I moved around Forest Creek thinking I moved in a nice neighborhood out in Maryland.
Wait a minute. Forest Creek
Yeah,
is a nice. I lived right across the street in the hood in Amberwood.
yeah, Applewood was right across the street, but I didn't know where I was at because they changed the name overnight to Regency or something. And when I
Oh
moved there,
yeah.
it was called like Regency Point, and I was like, it's nice, and about a month there. It was different than coming from Southeast. It was a whole different, ball game. But then about a month in, I started hearing gunshots.
Yeah.
Summertime come, baddies getting come. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they like, this Forest, I start hearing, I'm from Forest Creek, this Forest Creek. I'm like, this Forest Creek. They like, you don't notice the creek going all the way through the jump. Like, oh, I didn't know. So Maryland get you, DC, the hood's always the same. It never change up, like, but Maryland, the hoods or neighborhoods, the name get changed so much you won't know where you at. So just that little statement, my parents able to help me move and help me apply and find a spot, then it would have been good. But they ain't know nothing about them things. We lived in one spot. We lived on Waller all our life. And I don't know what it took for them to get that. I know they was coming from Adams Morgan. So imagine that they all them sold their houses up there and moved into Southeast. So it's different, but I would never put my kid out or any of my siblings if they're around that age and they need my help. I do as much as I can, to make sure they prepared to get into this real world because they gonna want to live on their own. When you young, you want your privacy, but you want to make sure they prepared for that because it's tough out there.
What I like what Josh said. He said, "Stay as long as they are contributing. Son is working, paying rent, and staying out of trouble. Tell him there's no rush." That's right. That's right, Josh. Amen to that.
You see,
And he
what
says,
did you do?
"What did I do?
Yeah,
My my son is with me. My son helps me with the bills. I got sick. My son was already out. He was living in Texas, San Marco, Texas, right? He was down there doing his thing. When I got sick, he came back home to help his mother. So my situation was different. My child was already out. He was living his best life. And I was working and doing my comedy thing and living my best life. That's before I got sick. But even if he had to come home, like you said, um, and he's doing the right thing and he's staying out of trouble because home is the setup to set you up to go out in the world. If when you stay at home, it's because you can't afford to go out there and pay them bills. So you stay home. My whole thing is you get your car first, you save your money because you're gonna want a house. I would tell my child now, instead of looking for an apartment, save your money up for the down payment on a home, whether it's a townhouse, a condominium, or something somewhere. Because when you live in an apartment, I'm guilty of it. You make them rich. If I would have had a house, I would have paid a house off by now. I've been here almost 30 years. That is the house note. Had I been smart thinking, see, nobody told me that. Nobody equipped me for that. Nobody said, Reese, you stay home and do this to put your down payment in your home and all that. I wasn't. I wasn't prepared or equipped or told these things. I had to learn it as I got out there and learn and so on, look around and stuff. And he's like, you know what? I'm pedaling backwards. And so now moving forward, I would tell my son, say, look for a home. Look for something that's yours, something you can write off some tax. When you renting, that's something to somebody else's. So it's times it's definitely changed. It's different, you know, from back then. And like you said, Molly, I wouldn't put my child out. Either now, if my child is out there not working, hanging out in the streets and all that, then by all means, you got to scoop from negative influences over here. You got to scoop from that negative vibe. You want to do the streets, going out in the streets, you know, because you're not helping yourself, you're not helping me, and I'm not helping you by letting you do that. So if you want to be whatever you want to be, a loser, a bum, or whatever, you could do that, but don't do it around me. You're not welcome to do that in my own. Get your stuff together, have a plan, be going somewhere other than out in the street. Because if you're not, you're going out in the street. I'm gonna give you what you want. So David, because David got some grown kids. David Green.
Yes.
Kicking your child out at 18. How you feel about it?
Well, my son's 25 and still staying with me. So.
Okay. Because a lot of parents say when you get 18, you going out of here. So they say you better have a plan. And that's why a lot of people, I thought back in the day, went in the military. You know, I noticed a lot of, like my father and them people, a lot of their age, they went into the military.
Yeah. It depends on, I think it depends on their like their mental, you know what I mean? Like if their mind ready, you know what I mean, to or would you say attack the world or whatever and all, then you know what I mean, I could see that. But as far as my son, he's not he's not ready to
ready for the world.
Yeah. Yeah, he
you
was.
Know how much you got to be making to afford just the raggedy ass apartments. You know how much you get? Even the raggedy ones, they set a bar high. You know.
Yes. Yep.
So you be like, what? How much I got to make to live around? What? So yeah, we gotta. They got to get better equipped. You know, so they can. Like I said, it's
because here in Cumming, a lot of people rent and everything, you know what I mean, was like, I mean, people will still think it's cheap, but you know what I mean, like you could get like a 2-bedroom for like $500 a month or something like that. No, you used to, but a lot of out of towners, you know what I mean, bought property and stuff like that. No, and you know what I mean, they want to raise stuff to like, you know what I mean, like $800-900 or something like that a month or whatever. No, like I said, to some people, be like still cheap, but you know what I mean, it's a, you know what I mean, it's a big increase from what we're used to.
So in other words, the city slickers came down there and moved down there.
Sure did. Yep.
Everything went up. They tried to they put up an apartment building or a condo, and everything around it went up to match the condo prices because
I had a 3-bedroom with a big attic, which could be considered a room, a basement, and water was included for $600. But somebody from
that was a house. You was renting a house for that.
Yeah, but somebody from Martinsburg took over you know, different places, and they raised it to I think $1,000 a month. Wow. Because they said because of the rooms and everything like that.
That's what happened. The property value went up, so they had to go up on their prices and stuff. And it's like that in some places, and that's why people always fuss about. They want the area to look a certain way so the property value won't go down. They want so if they ever come in and get appraised, they can appraise at a higher price so they can sell the house at a higher price. A lot of times for more than what it's worth. But hey, that's always the game. Always the game. Capitalism at its best.
And they were slumlords.
And it was what?
I said, and they were slumlords.
Slumlords. That's terrible to have a slumlord. And see, and we got to prepare our kids for that. They don't have any idea what the slumlord is. Look, I was hard-headed when I moved to my first place. Anybody know anything about Nova Avenue at Capitol Heights? They know that was a rough cut. That might as well call that crack street. Crack, because that's all, that's where Tyree was pregnant in my stomach, and that man tried to snatch my damn purse. I said, this is my knockoff Gucci. I was like, I wasn't let that purse go, and all I had in my purse was $2.
You ain't getting there, what it is.
All I had was I was 5 months pregnant. All I had was $2, and my stomach was sticking out. Tyree was a big baby. All I had was $2, my bus pass, and some baby vitamins. Early in the morning, I'm waiting to get on the bus. Me and this other guy, we catch the bus every morning together. The little Latino guy. These two guys walk past us, and they walk back. They was like, "What time the bus come?" The Latino guy told him what time the bus come. I'm holding on to my bag like this. I said, "Oh, some shit about to happen, right?" So I put my purse up on my shoulder, my hand here, and did like this. Put my wrist up, my hand and my wrist. So I'm holding on to my purse with both hands. With this hand at the top strap and this hand on the bottom strap like that, right? Because it's my Gucci, like I said. And it was cute. And sure enough, when I went to go step up on the bus and took this hand down and put on the rail to step up, they tried to grab. And I'm grabbing. I turned around and fell back, and I'm pulling, and they pulling. Bitch, let go. Bitch, let go. No, you let go. This is my purse. You let go. And I'm like, all the people on the bus, I'm like, help. I'm looking like help. And so when the bus driver unbuckled his seat to get up, then the boys ran off. And I got on the bus. They was like, are you okay? Are you all right? I was shaking up to my core, and I was mad as hell. I said, all of y'all people on the bus, you should have jumped off and whooped them little boys' asses. That's what you should have did. You should have, instead of watching me tussle and tuggle with, I was too through that day. I was hot. But I had to catch the bus the next morning. And they tore the strap of my knockoff Gucci bag. My pleather was torn. I just cried. I don't know if I cried because I paid a couple of $100 for the bag, or, that was 32 years ago. That was a lot of money. Shit. But anyway, I was hard-headed. My grandfather was like, no, baby, this is a rough area. He didn't tell me. That's all he was saying. And I was like, this is my first apartment. I can afford this and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. And he was like, I don't like this place. And my grandfather passed. And when he, on his way out, he was still thinking about me and that place. When they said that he was incoherent and all that stuff, when he was transitioning, he would tell my grandmother, tell Reese, don't go to that place. Go to the new place. Don't go back to that place. And lo and behold, when we went to get my clothes, because I was staying at my grandmother during the time, when we went to get my clothes, that's when we found out my apartment was broken in, burglarized, and they skipped me real good. So I'm like, my apartment is gone, my granddaddy gone, my life is falling all apart. It was just like, but baby, I can laugh at it now because I remember I cried like a baby, and I had a baby in my stomach, and I was like, oh my God, everything is ruined. My whole life was just falling all apart, it seemed like. But what don't kill you make you stronger. That's all I'm gonna say. But the moral of the story is I didn't know enough about like Molly said earlier about the crime rate, checking out stuff, because I was not equipped with that stuff. Nobody never told me how to look for an apartment, how to look for a home, or even how to save for it. You know, I felt like we was in an episode of Good Time. We just scratching and surviving. You know, so so I equipped my child differently, and that's why he's still home. I could have thrown him out there to the wolves when he wasn't ready, and because you're gonna fail when you if you throw your child out there unprepared, they're gonna fail. It's gonna be an epic fail. Something gonna happen because first of all, the economy, they're not making enough money. They're not, and then let alone going to school. You try to work and go to school, something's going to fail. You know, you got to get your bearings straight before you go out here and take on this world. It's a big animal, and you got to take it one day at a time, one step at a time. So you don't see nothing wrong, David Green, with your children staying home. Molly don't see nothing wrong. I mean, we're not kicking our children. Me either. We're not kicking our children out at 18, especially that's trying to do something. And LA Josh Preston, with his minimum wage. Oh, Kevin, wait a minute, hold up. Let me go back up to Kenny. Kenny. Is the comments coming in? Did I miss a comments?
Missed a lot of comments, but it's all right.
A lot of
Josh,
comments.
you was answering the questions anyway. He was asking, did you kick him out or did he move out? Can you say, yeah, but fortunately a lot of us just thrown out to the wolves and parents haven't prepared us financially.
Mm-hmm.
Rental stability or stabilization is needed.
Yep, that's
we need a living wage. Oh no, it's just BS though, because back in the day a house was like 80,000. You know, so grandpa and them, they all them in that time houses was cheap.
I was looking at that. Your
and
down payment be like 2,500.
Yeah, and they both was making like you can pay your monthly mortgage in 1 week's pay back then. Now the pay is just went up a little bit, but the rent went up tremendously. You know, it like went up 500%. You know, so it's like the pay don't match the rent fees and stuff. You know, so it's harder for kids today. It's harder for us today to get houses and things like that. And people that don't know that thing, they be like, well, why these kids, they just lazy. When we was young, I already had my house and da-da-da. Yeah, it was dirt cheap. Now these 80,000 homes is $1 million now, 500,000, 600,000 for the same exact house, but we not getting paid as much compared to what they was getting paid. You know, right. So it don't balance out. You know, so this thing like
you gotta qualify, but they got the houses so high that in order to qualify, you gonna need you and a couple of more people to qualify. You know what I mean?
I done rolled through Alexandria the other day, and I mean I've been watching them clean that up over the years, but shit, it was townhouses. A townhouse, which is a house attached to somebody else's house, and the lower ones was $1.2 million, and the highest I think was 2.2. I don't know what the fuck the difference is in the same
row house, a condo row house.
No, I mean it's a townhouse, just a townhouse.
They just connected though.
It might be a big townhouse. Yeah, most townhouses be connected. They be in rows.
Row house.
But 1.2 million is the minimum, and then 2.2. They didn't build the area yet, but 2.2 is the top. So
yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It don't balance out. So the older people out there, that's just why y'all was able to get a home and what's crazy, a lot of them kids, they don't hold on to them. When they get passed to them, they end up selling it. And now somebody else own it, and they be looking like, damn, we used to live. I can't believe that house costs this much now. And they're like, yeah, that was your crib. You don't sell your home. You don't sell your land. You just get through it, man. You work hard to keep it as a family. But I know things might get hard for some people. They just not from that city, so they just probably sell it, or they have a relationship with the person who's leaving it to them. But I don't know. Do we kick kids out when they get disrespectful? When they 18 or older, when they start feeling like they grown and they don't listen and they just disrespect us, do we then put our kids out, or do we just still deal with the issue?
No, you let them try. It's a level of respect all the way. If they want to try and make it on their own, you let them make it on their own. Oh, you want to be on your own. You want your own. Go out there and get it. You're free to have it. Go on out there and get it. I'm just here to help you, because I know how hard it is out there. Sometimes you have to let what my granddad used to say, a hard head makes a soft behind. Sometimes life have to beat some people down, for them to understand it and get it. They think they could do better. They think that they can have at it by any means necessary. If you don't believe shit stink until you stare in it, go on. If and once you start disrespecting where you live and stuff like that, you got to go there, because I'm not helping you and you're not helping me. When you start disrespecting, and I'm not helping you by letting you do that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
me. That's how I was raised.
that's a different scenario. Like if like you said, if your kid is being disrespectful and think they're grown, you know what I mean? That's
Well, they are
different.
grown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm saying, you know what I mean, if they, you know what I mean, don't want to listen, or you know what I mean, want to be disrespectful and stuff like that, no, then you know what I mean, you can be like, okay, you know what I mean, you're of age, you can go, do whatever you want to do or whatever. But I'm just talking about like I was saying, my son's situation, you know what I mean, he was always spoiled by his mom. His mom died 2 years and 2 years, 2 days before Christmas or whatever. So you know what I mean. So yeah, so mentally he's not ready to be on his own. You know what I mean. But as far as like disrespect and different things like that, no, he blocks out everything. He just be on his game all day and work, and that's it. So there's really no issues. Now if he was like, dad, F you and out of this and all this mess and everything, then I'm like, okay, you know what I mean, it's time for you to do your own thing or something. No, but
because somebody gonna get hurt. That's right, the other thing. Right. Somebody gonna get hurt. Right. But by you being a man and you having your son thinking he a man and rise up against you, somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody body gonna get tagged. And even with me being a woman, police gonna be called. Something gonna happen.
Shit.
Something gonna happen. So when you get disrespectful and want to rise up and say "fuck you, bitch," fuck you, it's like I'm looking for the first thing, the closest thing to me to hit you upside your head, and that's not a good thing. So yeah, you gotta go. Somebody gonna get hurt or go to jail. Yeah. That's I would have never done it as much as no. Mm-mm. Now would y'all stand 10 toes down and cuss your parent? I wouldn't, because I know my 10 toes would be pointing up.
Nope.
No, I got too many older siblings, Yeah, so.
You got beat up by the older siblings. Like, what you say to mom?
Yeah, so literally, your brother messed up. I get about 8 whoopings, so it's like for the same thing, so it was different. Hit your baddie, you can't cry. If you cry, you get whooped more, so you just had to sit there and take it, so it was different.
About 8 whoopings.
Yeah, it was different. So I ain't never think to get loud or smart with my mother. For the girls, that's different, but for the boys, nah, we always bow down. I never got smart with my father. I never got loud with him or disrespectful. Right. And I had my own, even if they had to come live with me, I was already programmed to respect them at all times. My mother always said, I brought you in, I can take you out. That's before she hit you upside your head with something, you know. So I don't know. It's different though, cause I see it a lot, you know. Definitely in the black community, the white community, like when they got older kids and it's just them father or mother, like the kid normally just be talking crazy. You be like, and it might be shocking to me because I couldn't say things like that and I wouldn't say things like I be hearing kids say. Just telling your parents no is confusing to me. Like my mother like, hey, give me something to drink. I just go get it. You know, like I couldn't say no,
No.
you go get it yourself or just keep it moving. Like that just weird. But I see that a lot. Like, you know, people just walk in, they go to their room, I'm grown. That's your thing. Can you clean up? No. You know, like I'm doing my own thing. And it just be like, damn, like when do it come to a point like you gotta go or you gotta really do what I tell you to do. Like these my rules, and no matter how old you are, these the things I need you to do. And it's like that never happened. I don't know because most time the grown person helping out financially and the money good, or it just they still that's their kid, and no matter how old they get, they can't see them out here depending on on themselves. But eventually, if something happened to that parent, them
Yep.
kids be out here and don't know which way to turn, because they always depended on their parent. They always got away with just saying no, and I ain't got to do that. You can't do that. And when you stand with somebody else, and you wonder why they getting put out from place to place, he can't live with me or she can't live with me.
Yep.
Or they don't like to clean, they don't like to do it because they ain't have to do those things at home.
Yep. Yep.
So relationships even break up because of that girl trifling. Like, why she don't do that? I can't be with nobody like that. And it just be seem like it comes from home. All that comes from home. Like, if you go
True.
live with somebody else and you just trifling, it's most times because you grew up in a trifling home. If you
Hey,
most times
Shaquana.
clean and neat is most times your parents made you clean up and stay clean
Up,
and neat.
Shaquan.
What's up,
I
Paul?
don't know. I think that's the only time I put my child out though. If they started like get crazy,
Disrespecting you.
disrespectful, ain't gotta be cuss words or nothing. It's just like you're not listening to me no more. Like I'm asking you to do certain things and you just not doing it. You ignore me. You gotta go.
But that's this
I'm
yeah,
not used
that's
to it.
disrespect. That's what it is. The children don't have respect. The generation, the younger generation, what I see now,
Yeah.
um, um, they don't have that respect, that healthy fear like we had of our parents. Because even if they know that we're going to get a war, but we had that respect thing going. And if
Come on.
you just didn't disrespect nowadays, it's because our parents respected us too, though. They didn't do certain stuff in front of us or around us, or they try to hide stuff from us, right? And the kids nowadays, the parents don't hide nothing from the kids. Parents in the club with the kids. Parents just like, and then the kids don't respect them because they think that that's their friend. They look at me as my friend. Oh, I can say this and that to you, and when it's not, when is a parent a parent? When is a parent a friend? A parent is never a friend. It's a parent. It's nice to be friends with your parent, but a parent is always going to, going to be parent. And that respect, that healthy respect, that healthy fear is gone. These younger generations nowadays, um, after I'm gonna say 25 and down, that I see, even when I look at my little cousins and stuff, and I was like, wow. Some of my other cousins, they got it on point because that's how they was raised. But a lot of them, like it's off the chain and calling their parent by their first name and acting all like
Mhm.
yeah, that's my girl, that's my mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's like it ain't nothing. Like where's the respect come in at? Where's the fear? Where is that line drawn to saying this is my mother, this is my caregiver, this is the one, you know, that line is erased nowadays. And I guess the child feel like, hey, I'm just as grown as you is. I'm just as big as you is, so I'm just as grown as you is, you know? And like you said, Molly, Oh, was that David? They said that you hear the kids cussing the parent out. You ask them to do something, they be like, "No, get it yourself." Woo! Look, I was a grown person paying my rent, working at 7-Eleven, working at night shift. I remember I came in one day and my grandfather told me, Reese, I'm gonna need you to go in here and wash these dishes for me. I was like, no, granddad, I'm tired. I'm not gonna wash them dishes. He said, what did you say? I said, I'm getting ready to get up right now and wash them dishes, because I was talking and I forgot. I forgot just a second. And he had to remind me by saying, what did you say? I was like, oh shit, oh granddaddy, I'm getting up now, granddaddy. I'm getting up now. I told him no. And I was like, oh my gosh, I almost got the guillotine. But I snapped back real quick.
Yeah,
Baby.
my mother used to get us like that, but she'd be like, it's Tuesday. She'd be like, all right, on Friday, y'all need to make sure y'all clean this, and this before y'all get on any of them games. It's Tuesday. You don't remember that shit. Friday come, you wake up, you looking like, dang, my mother used to leave the game system right there, and you think you can play, but she took the power cords. You used to be like, what the fuck? And now you got to stir the game. You like, oh, we ain't got to add. It already triggered. Like, whenever she take the cord to the games, that means we must have to clean up, and we have a list. And it's a lot of us, so we like, y'all two in the bathroom, y'all three got the kitchen, y'all, and we'd knock it out in like 20 minutes, and we get on our game. Then we'd go ask for the cord. Now you ask for the cord before y'all clean up. That's what you getting hit with, So. Yeah, we used to set somebody up. My nephews might come over on the weekend, like, hey, ask grandma for the cord. But my mother, they grandma, like, ask grandma for the cord. They be like, oh, okay. Grandma, could we get the power cord? Pat, pick it. Yeah, like, oh, we be laughing, like, oh, man. They be mad, man. You set me up, man. That's messed up.
Look, how many times you get set up, Molly? I know you got here with the cord.
Shoot, I ain't really ever get set up. I wouldn't fall for that. If I know I'm in trouble, I just stay out as long as possible. Because I know I'm in trouble anyway, so I just be like, fuck it, I'm in trouble. So I might as well just come in, hopefully she sleep or something. I come in the house, I see my mother, she just act like she don't know nothing about it. She's like, hey, baby, give me some love. Give her love. She get ready for school tomorrow. Go and get in that shower before you get in that bed. Be like, all right. Get out the shower, my towel, all my clothes gone somehow. I never even heard her come in the bathroom. I used to be like, where the fuck is my shit? She'd be like, oh, come get it. Your stuff, your towel in here, just run to the room. I already knew what that means, so I'm in that joint trying to air dry as long as possible. Nope. So when you get to the room, punish you with that belt. Both sides, don't matter. Whatever side hit you, she don't care, metal part. But you wet, so it hurt the most. And sometimes she'll wait 3 days later to get you. She won't let you know. She'll let you think you got away with something. Yeah,
that's the worst. You think, oh, I got away with it.
Yeah, I got away with it, man. Nah, she got you later.
That's what parenting was parenting. When you used to fall asleep and you get woke up out of your sleep with a whooping. Sleep don't work. Sleep, I'm telling you, no. So I'm gonna take a nap. You do some shit.
Keep your kids from Shaquan, y'all. Shaquan will beat your child. She said Shaquan white said kids, what? Asian kids, she beating all the kids. She don't play with them kids.
That's how I am. Because I can't make a child mine.
Oh, they trying to flip it on me.
Nah, I looked down. I ignored it like shit.
What?
Oh, man. Nah, they funny. LA. And I got a chopped video. He recorded it straight up and down, so it's in a format that StreamYard don't support. He gotta turn it sideways or film it and upload in a different format. He probably don't know how, so I'm gonna hit him up. But yeah, he had a good video though. We need the exact same energy and everything. So I got it chopped. Anybody else want their commercial drops? Hey, send them over. Just shout out the Morning Max Show and whatever show you might have or company you might be running.
Shout them out. Shout like LA Josh Press. Is that loaded up? That's what I'm a higher.
Higher.
Hiya. What up, everyone? This is L.A. Josh Preston, host and producer of the podcast with L.A. Josh Preston, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live and on Twitch. But in the meantime, you're listening to Althea McFarland and the Morning Mac Show. Hey, play with it, but don't play with it.
It's so beautiful every time.
So that's a quick sample. If y'all want to do it, Josh already got his. That was the first one we did. So
I like that. I was like, oh, shucks.
that's how my mom used to catch me, because I always been bigger than her coming out the bed. So
Wait, but would you say your mom caught you coming out the
that's
bag?
Chout.
Oh, Chout.
This has Chout. Yeah, he said that's how his mom caught him.
Big 6'5" giant.
But he always been bigger than his mom.
Are you taller than your mom, Trey?
Mm-hmm.
Like tower over them. So when you
she's
look
like
around at
probably
your
like
mom,
she might be like 5'4", or about 5'4".
mm,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
that's when
appreciate
you
that,
gotta be a
Chout.
crazy mom.
Shit.
I had to
So,
choke Tyree out when he was 12. I was like, he getting bigger, he get taller than me. So I had to choke. Well, he wasn't even that old. He was like 9 years old, because he was still a little boy eating chicken nuggets, and told me he the
Chicken
man.
nuggets.
Don't tell me I'm the man of the house, because and I'm like,
Oh, he
okay,
started
man.
young. That's why man of the
You
house.
know
You
the
must
man
be
of the
telling
house.
him that you the man of the house. You my little man. Yeah, you the man of the house.
No, that came from my grandmother and my mother
Man,
and them. But
you
when
take care of your mom.
look,
He was ready. He was trying to get a
he
job
said
and
that
all that.
men are the head of the household. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he's right. The man is the head of the household. That's when you're a king, but you're a little prince right now. But when you grow up, and it's your kingdom, then you the king.
So he the king now then.
No, when he grow up and
No,
he
he
get his own
grown. He
kingdom.
grown up.
But
Nah,
that's
he
not until
grown.
he got to get his own kingdom. When you
Nah,
get
he
your
bought
own
his
kingdom,
kingdom.
but he said that he said men are smarter than women, and women have to listen to the men. I don't know if he was talking to my dad, or he just got some bad information. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like they supposed to be in charge, and they must be smarter. That's probably as a kid. That's probably how he thinking. Why else would anybody be in charge if they not smarter than the people they're in charge of? Like the teacher. Teacher should be smarter than all the students. That's why she's in charge. But that ain't even always the case these days.
Oh, he told me that. So I made sure when he went to sleep, I jumped on him and was choking the hell out of him. I got behind him, was choking him like his little wrestling move. He's like, Mom. I said, I see what you're thinking of. I see what you're dreaming. I see it. I see. I was like, Mom, he was crying. I said, I'm crazy. I said, you need to know this. I said, I got papers to prove it. I kill you. I kill you. It sounded like Dave Chappelle. I kill you. And then I walked out the room, and he crying and getting in the corner of his bed, looking at the door like, is she gonna come back?
I say the man of the
I had
house.
to play crazy mom. He had to think that I was crazy. That's what I wanted him to think, so he wouldn't try me.
Well, he still say the smartest is the one in charge. So being crazy ain't being smart. He probably still thought, well, that definitely stamped that I'm the smartest in this month. That probably stamped it off for him.
Yeah,
Mom acting crazy. She done choked me out, Grandma.
Yeah, he did. And then, but what's even crazier, when he was like 3 years old, he choked my grandmother. But no, Daddy was old. No, he was older than that. He was like 6, because he choked my grandmother at 6. But she stuck her neck out and said, "Choke me," because he went to spend the weekend with my dad. And I remember I got a sister that's just 6 months older than him. And she thought she was, I'm the aunt, I'm your aunt. You call me Aunt Alicia. He was like, no. And they would always fight. So he told my grandmother, yeah, Grandma, I had to choke Alicia out. She was like, what? He said, I had to choke her out. Here go my grandmother. You don't know how to choke nobody, baby. He said, yes, I do. He said, I had to choke her out. My grandmother said, show me. He looked over there at me, and she stuck her neck out though. And he looked at me like, Mom, she want me to choke her? I said,
So he knows it's wrong.
Look, I said, choke her. And he started choking Grandma, and she started screaming, okay. She gonna say, Reese, he do know how to choke somebody. I'm like, Grandma.
Keep
I
them
guess
from the
that
other
day
kids.
choke each other.
Keep them from the other kids.
When they say something, they mean what they say. When they say I had to choke her out, that's what he meant. She was like, "Oh, Tyree don't know how to choke." Oh, yeah, yes he do. That's
he
what
is honest till we teach them how to lie. I think they learn from us when we start lying to them about things that just stupid.
Like, tell him I'm not home, or tell her I'm not home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my mama said he lying about
Yeah, the kid to lie. Tell you ain't got no money. Kids will tell the ASAP, no, I already got some money. They be like, no, nigga, shut up. You ain't got no money. You never got no money. They tell not choking grandma. They said grandma liked it that freaky. Yeah,
but ain't no telling she the same one that bought a vibrator and thought it was a neck massager. So she might.
Yeah. Grandma knows. Yeah, they got reaching and prepared for that freaky word. That's who she get it from. She get it from her grandma.
From my grandma. I ain't no telling. I often wonder because my grandmother was really old and superstitious, and we'll talk about those old and superstitious stuff on Evil Wellness Wednesday or Freaky Friday. Because some of the stuff she was superstitious about, had you scared as a kid. You be like, what?
What's the worst whooping y'all ever got?
Woo! The worst whooping I ever got when I tried to convince my sister we was on the roof that she could fly. And I was trying to, and I had to hold on to the. Well, they kept calling her a bat. They said, "You little black bat." I said, "Oh, you bat girl," and bats can fly.
That's crazy.
I was like 8 years old, and I was about to do all of them. Yes, that's that's the worst one. My grandmother
watched that show Penguin. He killed his brothers too. You the penguin. You just ain't succeed.
No, I didn't. I wasn't trying to kill him. I wanted to see him fly. I was
to heaven.
And I knew they couldn't fly, but I knew they wouldn't have died either because we was on the house. We were sitting on a roof that comes out from the attic, and we sit on it, and it looks back on the porch, like underneath. So they wouldn't have died. They might have hurt something. They might have broke something, but they wouldn't have died.
Shit could have landed on their neck, broke their neck or something.
Oh, true. That's true. That's that part.
It's good they didn't fly, but you got.
That's why I had the belt wrapped around them and holding on to the belt, so if they would have jumped, I would, and not able to fly, I would have, helped.
You'd have fell with them or let go, because all that force for an 8-year-old to hold up weight, you ain't holding them up.
No, my sisters was skinny. I think I could. I think I was strong enough to hold them. I was strong.
Then the smaller they is, the harder to fall.
Oh yeah, they was smaller. Yeah, but I had that belt and I was holding on to it. I'm like, okay. They was like, Reese, we scared. We scared. I'm like, oh yo, chicken. You ain't a bat, you a chicken.
Josh said he didn't get a whooping, but his dad punched him in the face and he went flying through the kitchen. Never
How
met
old was
him
you,
again.
Josh?
He's old enough.
Look, what did you do to get a punch in the face? Damn.
You probably can't remember.
Mm-hmm. So what they do? What they do to you, Reese? Would they whoop you? How they whoop you?
My grandmother went and got a switch or made me go get the switch. And I was just crying and crying and crying because she was scared. And I knew I was going to get a scared whooping. So scared whooping is one of the worst because they whip you off emotions. And I was I got wilted all up. That switch was long, and it felt like that when it hit my body, it felt like it wrapped around me. I felt like a man, like a slave. I was whipped the legs here and there, and all I could do was cry. I was like, cry like a baby and count the whips, like 1, 2, 3. The worst that come for you. I cried myself to sleep. I was only 8 years. I was a kid. I used to do a little devilish and devious stuff, like try to hatch an egg, and we did stupid stuff.
Try to hatch an egg.
Try to hatch an egg. Yeah, it took an
Well,
egg.
you sat on the egg.
Nope, took an egg out of the refrigerator and wrapped it up in a bunch of tissue and put it in my grandfather's fishing boot, insulated it, and checked on it every day until my grandmother found it, and she would start to screaming. Me and my aunt were talking about that the other day. She said something in this house laying eggs, and she thought it was a snake or anything. She said something in laying eggs, and I was scared to say that's my egg. My uncle took the egg and cracked it. He said there's something in here, so they wanted to see what laid the egg. And it was a little chick forming. And I said, then I cried, said, you killed my egg. Here go my grandmother. I should have known it was you. I cried after, I confessed it afterwards. And I got a whooping for that because I didn't lie. I just didn't speak up sooner.
You gotta speak up.
Who put this in there? Somebody put this in. I'm just like petrified, like, oh, and that how she was acting and reacting. Everybody running around scared, and I'm like this, like, oh, I'm scared for the egg. My uncle went and cracked it. That stunk terribly too. Oh my gosh. But it started developing. So that's a myth when they say refrigerated eggs don't develop. Yeah, I think they do.
Eggs. Can't do no eggs.
What's your worst whooping, Molly? Was that when you said your mom took your clothes?
Nah, that happened a few times. I don't know. Worst whoopings. I don't know what's worse. It was just most embarrassing. Getting whooped like in front of your classmates and the teacher, principal, everybody.
Well, they say wherever you act up, that's where you get jacked up.
Yeah, but my mother took me back up there to do it in front of them.
She She took you back.
Show and tell.
Yeah, that was show and tell.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. We live right across the street from my school.
Come on in.
You can walk to that. My mother coming in her pajamas, bonnet, all that shit still on her head sometimes.
Curlers, yep. That was my mom.
She mad.
Up to the school, Molly.
Yeah, because I ran home. I got into a fight at lunchtime with two guys that I'm real friends with now, and that's crazy. But we playing basketball or something. They couldn't check me, so they started fouling me purposely. Like just tackling me. So I threw the ball at one of the dude's face. We started fighting, and the other dude jumped in it. So I'm out there trying to fight these two big dudes. I can beat the one dude, but the other dude keep trying to help him. So I picked up a brick, and I was trying to hit him with it, and I caught one of the dudes like in the side of his face. So I thought I was going to get in trouble, so I just ran home. And I went in the house, and my mother ain't really know I was in there, and she heard me. She's like, what you doing there? She's like, boy, you don't get your ass to school. You ain't been to school all day? Nah, I don't care if it's late. A knock come at the door. Man, the principal, the kid that I hit with the brick. Oh, man, it was about 5 people. So my mother walked back over there, and we was talking and stuff. And it was just crazy because when we was talking, they was about to have an assembly, for everybody in the school. And it seemed like soon that joint got packed out, that's when my mother lost it and just started beating the brakes off me because I told one of the kids, it's all right, I'll be back. I'm about to get my brother a gun. I'm going to come back and shoot both of you motherfuckers.
Oh.
Yeah, and I ain't think they took it serious, but they took it serious and shit. My mother beat the brakes off me. Then she went home took me back home with her and woke my brother up and asked him where the gun at. My brother like, what are
Oh,
you talking about? Your little brothers ain't trying to find your gun to shoot somebody in school. And my mother don't play with guns. She don't allow people. She'll put you out. So she put that nigga out. Told him until you tell me where it's at. So she asked me where's that. I'm like, I don't know. I was just making it up. I was not making it up. I was trying. I knew where it was at, but I wasn't gonna really grab it. I knew he had one in there. Yeah, but eventually she found it. Yeah, she put his ass out.
but
But
see, but
yeah,
that's anger and
but
emotions. If you was angry enough, or your emotions, if you was emotional enough, you could that if they hurt you, you could have grabbed it, and that would have been that. So yeah, that's a bad thing for you to know what something is like that.
yeah,
I'm just thankful that you wasn't that hot headed. Because some people
shit.
hot headed, and that's how kids get killed. People get killed shoot.
Yeah, them my homies now. But I had to go back to school, and that's what everybody was talking about. Like some people like, you alright? Man, your mother, boy. Like then some people laughing. She beat the shit out of you. Hey Slim, hey Ma, your mother beat the shit out of you. I was like, man, everybody knew I got my ass whooped.
Yeah,
Like
but do everybody know that you threatening people with a gun? I'd have been scared of you because you said you was coming back with the gun. I'm like, oh, that's the
no,
little nigga
but
that's crazy
I
with the
knew
gun.
after school
Little cray cray.
I live right across the street, and all my friends do too. So I was like, you motherfuckers got me in trouble. Y'all ain't gonna be able to go here no longer. Like we gonna fuck y'all up every day after school. But it was crazy. So
Every
after
day after school.
preteen, so I asked my mom if I can go play basketball. She said, "Yeah, why she let you go out there, Josh? You can't play." I went and got a bottle of water from the fridge. Dad asked where was I going. I told him where, and he said, "You're not going nowhere." Oh shit! See, that's the mix. Mom said he can go, so he knew to ask mom because he knew Dad was gonna tell his ass no. See, Josh, one of them kids. My daughter used to like to do that. Try to ask me something, knowing mom's probably already told her no. If I say no, she probably has her mom like, mom said yeah. So I told mom already, said I can go. That so it doesn't matter what you say. Wow. She punched
Oh
me. I did. I remember.
no, he
And my
but
mom's arms crying and she yelling at him. Found out later he was just playing. But when I got smart, he lost it. Oh, he was just playing. But Josh got smart. So
he
he had to
lost.
let him know.
Yeah, it
Like,
don't matter
stop
what you say.
playing with me.
Josh, is you
You
crazy?
better watch what you say to me.
That's like he. Molly said you didn't have no game. So you was out there trying to go on the court, play
That's
basketball,
why
flip.
Pastor's like, man, you lying like, man, you better go out there and embarrass me. Better go out there and embarrass. I seen little LA out there. He looked just like
Not with no
little
skills.
Josh. So Josh probably can play. I don't know.
Mama said yes. I don't care what you say. Oh wow. Huh?
They, what was
It don't
your,
work like that when they live together, Josh. It don't work like that. I don't care what daddy and y'all living in the same room. Ugh. Oh no, Josh, no. Now you know now. Damn.
don't
So
know,
what you
now you
picked up
know.
the put down the basketball and started picking up some boxing gloves. Did you get some boxing?
Picked up the microphone.
It was
Started
like
telling jokes. He made that boy
damn.
comedian, boy.
After that, forget basketball. Did you hear the one about the two pigeons? Forget basketball.
What up, Phil?
Hey, what's up, family? How y'all doing?
What's up,
Grand
Phil?
Rising, Phil Page.
Good,
Grand
good.
Rising. Phil,
Hey,
turn
hey.
on your where your face at, Phil.
Damn, I lost it. Ain't never did me no good, no way. Can you see me
Mm-hmm.
now?
No, not unless you white.
Uh,
It says it
black.
says it says I'm there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a black screen. There you go.
Did it come up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
All
yeah,
right.
I'm out here at the Georgia Avenue
Okay.
Community Life Center grand opening, and this actually turned out to be bigger than I thought it was. We got the city council out here, we got the police chief out here, We got everybody out here. So I'm trying to grab somebody to come online and talk. But everybody, you know, they're doing tours. They're doing their other media outlets out here. So what they asked, could we set up something for tomorrow that they could come online or whenever you guys are
Yeah.
available?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Whenever they ready, we here.
Yeah. But I
You
was
want to
really
hear about
hoping to
what's
get them
going on?
online together. But, you know, uh, I mean, everybody wants everybody's time today. And, you know, so this is their first day. So what is Ricky talking about? I don't know what Ricky talking about. But
So
anyway,
Mm,
give us the location, and it's a community center that they just
it's
opened.
it's 603 12th Street, Northwest Washington. It's right off Georgia Avenue. What it is, it's the Brightwood Family um, Success Center. And what they do is they're working in the community to bring awareness and to bring um, awareness of different issues in this community. They're working to team up with other organizations in the community, you know, to try to collaborate with them and, you know, just work on issues in the community. They have a youth center where youth can come into the center, you know, like do their homework. They got computers and stuff in there. So, you know, so they're just trying to do a little bit of everything in the community. And they've actually teamed up with Streetline and um to, you know, just to work with them and help them with what they're trying to do. And so, so that's kind of what we doing.
Okay.
Ricky, open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
man, Ricky.
You know, close, lock the door.
Relax.
Open it, open it,
I'm on
open
the
it.
Morning Max show. I said I'm on the Morning Max show right now. I was trying to get somebody to come on, you know, to come on the show from them, but they look like they got a lot of stuff going on right now. So go, Ricky, go ahead and take some pictures and we'll post them. Take your camera and take some pictures. Yeah. I don't need to be out there doing everything. Yeah.
You know, I'm glad they opened up a community youth center because the question of the day is when your child turn 18, do you kick him out or do you let he or she uh stay home until they're able to get out on their own?
Uh-huh.
18, what you do? What you do, Phil?
No, I don't say kick him out at 18. My son 22 years old. I mean, he's in college, but I'm not gonna kick him out. But you know, wait a minute. Let's fix that. I'm not gonna kick him out if he's doing the right thing. Now,
Okay.
if he's not doing the right thing, some things you got to get out in the street and experience on your own. Now,
Right.
if you feel like you grown enough to get out there and do it, go for it. You know, the door's always open when you come back and do the right thing. You know, this is a revolving door, but it got a lock on it too. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So, wow, what do you guys think?
Well, we think
Mm,
the same along the same lines that you. Um Molly and David Green and LA Josh Preston all weighed in about the same, and myself included
Mm-hmm.
about the same.
Right,
And I also mentioned that we got to get our children ready or prepared to get out there in that world. Like I was telling my son, stay home, save up your money, get your own vehicle, save up money for a down payment so you can put a down payment on a house, townhouse, or condo, something that can yield you some value instead of
right,
going into an apartment and just renting. And I explained to him that for as long as I've been in the apartment that I'm in right here, we could have owned the house. I've been
right,
almost 30 years. We could have owned whatever house that I was trying to purchase because the
right,
mortgage is like 30-year mortgage, right?
right,
And I told him that I felt like I made a mistake, you know, and we talked about it and everything. And I was telling him how to set himself up financially if he can, you know, because you got to make a certain dollar amount to even qualify.
You only do selfies. Take pictures of what? Hold on. Me with you. Oh, shit. Hey, let me get back with y'all. All
Go,
right,
go.
mm,
All
all
right, peace.
right.
They out the Brentwood Community Center or the Family Center, I should say. Oh, in Northwest opening up something new in Northwest this summer for the kids. That's always a positive thing. But I
Mm.
want to see something in Southeast. Some much needed. Trayon White was supposed to have been opening up a couple of things. Oh, there's the one on Mississippi Avenue. Is that one open, Molly?
What?
The community
Yeah,
center.
that always been the art center.
The art center, did they redo it?
Nah, that joint brand new for real. It ain't
Okay,
about
yeah.
20 years old.
That one
But
with the pool in it?
they just built something else over there. Yeah, they just built another facility like right there in that little open space they had. So they still building.
That's good. That's what really counts in the community. Giving back, doing something to get these kids off these streets, to get the kids to focus their energy on other stuff outside of hustling people, slanging, gang banging, and
Yeah, it's like they be having a lot of events and stuff up there. It be like youth programs, but that's the only thing, that I think hurting the community because when we grew up, we went to the Boys and Girls Club. You can just walk in. You sign in when you walk in,
right.
and then in there you just go in the gym, you can go in the rec, you can go in the boxing gym to learn how to box. But now you gotta be part of some program and then they just have an event up there. So it ain't like kids just in the neighborhood just walking over there to the rec and like, hey, let's just go play some ball, just get out the streets, and that's mostly what it was for. Now it's just like you gotta have something planned or they got things already going on, but it's all through these different programs and stuff. So that's the only thing because all the kids don't want to join them programs, and the order
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
got,
They have a community center, a rec, and you can't just go on there with basketball courts, but you're not allowed to just go in there and play basketball.
Nah, because they might have a youth game in there, or they might be utilizing it for assembly or something. It'd be mostly scheduled out, and it's most times with kids. It's just all these kids don't have to be from that area. Like the program we was teaching, a lot of them kids from Uptown, Maryland, DC. But whenever we had a play or something, most times we did it at the art, And the one time we didn't, we did it at the church. But any other thing we did it at the art, and it was like a field trip. And only kids can go, the kids who came out through the week. So if you missed a certain amount of days, you couldn't even go there. And then when we go there, we had stations, like you go in this room, you can learn this, finance, stuff like that. So it was good. Then when the event was over, Trayon, all of them came out there and talked to them. But that was a planned event. If you weren't part of the programs, you missed out. When we was growing up, you didn't have to be part of the program. That was extra. Like I joined the program and I got a summer job. Some of my friends just still came in there to play ball and stuff like that. But I decided to work. So when they came, I was in there printing out shirts. They still in there hooping and stuff. But some of them decide, hey, I might want to work now. And then they come over. But now it's like you even join this program that we don't even come here every day. You might got to meet us at a church on Martin Luther King 5 days out of the week. And then sometimes we might do a trip that take us down to art or somewhere else. So I don't know. It's different. Some of the kids might like it a day like that, but I liked it when kids, they would just walk in and, anytime they want, it felt like it was a safe haven for a lot of them.
He said he was good at basketball, but baseball was his sport. L.A. Josh Preston.
They play single A. That's what's up, Josh. I played all three. I played baseball, basketball, and football. And I won MVP for all three. I still might be the only person to do that at Baloo and Hart. I don't know, unless it's another 3-sport kid. I ran track, but I ain't like that shit. I was just fast. So they used me to win certain things.
You know what? Believe it or not, I ran track in high school. I was doing cross country.
Oh, I can believe it.
I had stamina. I had
believe it.
Did Trey look?
Trey had to check that out. I said, hold on, what?
Yep. I played basketball in high school too. Look, y'all keep thinking I was always this big. They used to call me Amazon. I was always tall and stocky. I told you. I was this height.
Yeah, we had a girl, Big Petey. with the Coolidge. I never forget her. She was real big, but she was so athletic. She was the best girl, like on the baseball team. She used to knock them joints, but basketball, she was good too. I was like, damn, Big Petey be moving, man, but you couldn't tell her she stayed fresh, you know. But yeah, I wonder how they doing now. But yeah, it's a lot of big people that can move, you know.
Yeah, they tell you basketball. I was picked to go to basketball camp, but I couldn't go because well certain things anyway. But yeah, I wonder what would have happened if I
Man,
would
probably got cut.
have.
Yeah, he
I'd probably been
got
I'd have been doing what I hated because I loved basketball.
mm-hmm.
That's why my fingers all jammed up now. This one,
All the
not
good, all the good ones, they stick with it. When you ain't too good at something, you don't tend to keep doing it. You know.
no, when I couldn't go to the summer camps and this tryouts and stuff, it wasn't no use because I had to go through certain programs. So and I couldn't. So certain things was taken from me, and
Mm-hmm.
I was
South
like,
said he
forget
wish
it.
he would have stuck with baseball instead of listening to people and playing basketball. I ain't listening to nobody out of school. I had my football coach. He was like, dog, you got it. You know, I want you to run track. You know, after the year I'm playing basketball. Well, I don't like that. You know, you should focus and da da da. And then when they get on the basketball game, they know, oh, you starting? Yeah, I start point guard. And now I got my basketball coach like, man, you just focus all year on basketball. Da 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 da. I'm playing baseball. You know, they like, we playing yeah. And now I'm starting shortstop. You know, I'm lead off hitter. Like we good. We should have won the championship, but we kept running into Hardy and Wilson be recruiting kids from all over the world. These white boys, man, they like professionals at age of 14. But that's how it be, child. So I know some guys that was good at multiple sports, but they stuck with one. Like my brother, he was good at football, and they made him just mostly focus on football all year round. He had trained for football. He made it professionally though, so it was worth, I guess, the sacrifice. I know a lot of guys that did it and it ain't tend to work out. And they be like, man, I should have played football. I just like play all three, play whatever you can play because you never know. I had a scholarship for 3 different things, you know, so it was like one for track, one for football, and one for basketball. So you can have more options. You can decide if you that good. There's a lot of kids out here, they be that good. You be like, damn, they want
Yeah.
me to live their hoop dreams. That's what it is. Uncle that was living through you. You must been nice then. They say this baseball thing, put that mitten down, man. You ain't
But do
that
you
good.
know how much baseball players make? They make more than the basketball players. Baseball players be making them money. I
Yeah.
did not know baseball players made as much money. What is the highest paid sport? Is it baseball?
Mm, Probably baseball, you know, but that's because they go off years. And what people don't understand is basketball probably be the most profitable, but football get paid a lot too because they only play 17 games.
Let me
You know,
just
so a
ask
lot
a
of people
question.
see them
What is
big
the highest
contracts. It's
and
baseball.
boxing? What is the highest paid sport?
It's gonna probably be baseball, you know, but it's still they play a whole lot of games. That's why they get paid
What
more.
is the highest paid sport?
So a lot of people be like, that's like somebody getting a 1 day check compared to somebody getting a 7 day check. If they work 7 days a week and you only work 1 day, who you think check going to look better anyway?
Look, it says basketball is generally considered the
That's why I
highest
say
paid
most
sport in the
profitable.
world.
They the most profitable because they don't play as many games as baseball, but they get paid damn near
Some of the
half as
highest
much.
salaries, professional sport,
Yeah, ain't no
basketball,
salary.
NBA is the
Yeah,
highest salaries.
yeah. Don't listen to Google. Josh,
Who
you
makes
right.
20 billion annually? It says American football is another high playing sport with the average salary around $3.2 million per year. So you're getting $3.2 million per year.
No.
The
It looks
NFL
like that.
generating over, but they generate over $20 billion. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm getting that little 3.2 don't sound like a lot compared to 20 billion, do it?
Nah, everybody on the team getting that or more, $50
And
million
then tennis,
contract.
wow.
So baseball, some of them dudes get the same money as LeBron and never play exactly. A lot of them dudes, but they basically getting paid off the games, you know. So baseball play a lot of games, so
Now,
that's what they
for,
getting paid off. You
it says
playing
for
all year round.
females, tennis is the highest paid sport for females.
Yeah, the NBA, WNBA don't get paid peanuts. They probably get paid as much as some of these people out here working and watching the show. You know, they sport don't generate as much money as the NBA, and that's what people protest. These girls deserve more money. Well, they
Soccer, like
find a way to
Cristiano
get more
Ronaldo.
viewership. You get more viewership, then you get more sponsorship, then you can get more money. Right now, the WNBA ain't got all that, but they be complaining that the women are underpaid, and that's why a lot of the girls don't like to leave college. They not in no rush because you was getting paid more in college than you actually got paid as a professional, which is crazy.
Wow. They was getting paid more in college. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, all them endorsement deals. Then they got all this new shit. You can pay college players now.
David Green was the a sport head through high school.
Mm-hmm.
David.
They play football.
Yep, he played semi-pro. David.
Yeah.
Semi-pro player, David Green. We channeling that David Green. Did you play football in high school as well?
No, not really.
Well, how the hell did you go semi-pro?
She ain't got to play high school to play semi-pro.
They wanted me to play, but I had to babysit.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
I got to babysit.
That's some real shit right there. I'm scarred. Don't let that trigger me or traumatize me growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, high school. But how did you go semi-pro? You just walked on the field.
They started up a team here, and I just tried out and made it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! For some reason, I thought it went like from high school, semi-pro, then pro. So
no. Semi-pro is like it's something like in baseball, how you got the minors and the majors or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like some people can make the pros from semi-pro. I mean, it's like a 1 in a million it's like chance or whatever. But
y'all still get paid for semi-pro though, right? Because I had a friend named Buggy, and he was semi-pro, and he got paid.
You're not supposed to, because it's I think it's like supposed to be like a non-profit organization. It's something to that effect. But some teams do.
I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Yeah, they'd pay a player that if they want to win so bad, they'd be like, "Fuck it, we need Reese out. Reese, we give you 5 bands to play, and you go out there and you cook, you know. But there ain't no salary. Like we and just signed such and such to a 2-year deal for $20,000.
That kills your eligibility for college.
Oh, damn.
He said the WNBA players getting robbed. They put them on 2K instead of making them their own game. That saved them money.
He said the WNBA is getting what?
Well, he believed they getting robbed because they didn't give them their own game, which costs a lot of money to develop, and to never sell a game would be crazy. If people not actually going to the games and watching them on TV and they not generating money, why would 2K Sports make a game for them? So the best thing you can do is add them to the NBA players game and get them a guaranteed check. because people gonna buy that game regardless. They may not even use the girl players, but they gonna buy that game. So I think that was the only way they can find a way to pay them. If you get them girls their own game, they would lose a lot of money because nobody will buy it. Not enough
So
people will
the
buy to
women's
generate some
basketball
money.
league, you said WNBA, the women's basketball league, the Mystics.
No, the whole NBA, the whole WNBA,
the whole
which is
WNBA.
under the NBA. NBA, the one who funded the WNBA, they still funds the WNBA. That's what's funny, you know. They don't know they're really together.
Angel
But
Reese
Same.
is saying that they should be paid just as much as the men's,
the
which
That
Wizards,
don't make
Mystics,
sense.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that won't make sense because people just looking at it like they watch girls' sports. People don't watch the games. They don't sell out jerseys and shit. That's why they was pushing Caitlin Clark. But then people made it a race thing. You know, like, oh, they keep pushing this white. No, they trying to generate money. People come watch this girl play. Every game she go to, they sell out. So they need more players like that. They get few more like Juju coming. I think they can generate more money. But right now, they
So
ain't
that's
got.
why they go overseas to play basketball, because I hear they make something overseas. Do they?
Yeah.
Molly,
What?
David?
Yeah.
I said, that's why they go overseas to play basketball.
Some of them do if you can't make the professional team, but women basketball don't get paid much because people don't watch it. That's the only reason. It ain't because the girl's not good or this and that. People don't watch it. And what's crazy is women be the one complaining, but women don't go watch it. It be mostly men. So it's like, when your women gonna come support women, when they gonna start putting on Mystics jerseys and going out there and supporting the teams, they never gonna do it. So you never gonna see them get their own games and all that until they somehow generate money. It costs almost $1 billion to create games. Like, you program these games and shit like that, they not gonna make that money back. And then about time the next year come, you gotta make the new version of that game, which you ain't sell the last game. That's like keep making a bad movie and not selling. You know, like, that's just dumb. A lot of people don't get the numbers. I would want them to have more money. I would want the women to get paid more, have their own game and all that. But right now, they don't generate enough fan base. They don't generate enough sponsorship. So you would just lose money. So that's why they got to grow the sport. They've been growing, ain't been around but like 20 years or so. So it's still taking time. It ain't been around that long.
So you mean to tell me us women, we should be supporting each other? Because I like basketball, but they would rather support the Atlanta Housewives or the Housewives of Potomac.
Yeah.
Than why are we so backwards? Why are we so? Hey.
What up?
Grand Rising. So I don't get that.
Yeah, lingerie football got more views than they did. You know, it's because they in lingerie. But you see the girls starting to do like one leg out. They trying to make it more feminine. Like, the girls ain't all like thugged out. Because at first the WNBA was a lot of like dom, you know, and it was just like, that ain't really pushing.
Wait a minute, what's one leg out?
They be literally having like one of their shorts going down.
Their tire.
Got the whole leg out. Or they wear one leg, sleeves. They got little ways. They be wearing their eyelashes. They be having their nails and shit done now.
You can't have no nails and play no damn basketball.
They be having oh yeah, they do. I said done. They don't be having them long, but they have them done.
They got some modeling contracts.
Yeah. So they starting to push more than like girly side now, because they feel like that's the only way they can get men viewership, because the women never gonna watch. It don't matter what they do, the women just not really watching. Not enough women.
Hey, I gotta run in here. I'll be back.
And Cheryl Swoop.
I'm not gonna lie. The women's the games they be all right, but it's not going to top men's.
And nobody dunking yet. You know, like people like to see dunks, alley hoops, and stuff
Are they
like that.
scared to do it, or are they
No,
allowed
they
to
most of
do it?
them can't
Well,
do it.
you
They
at
just
least Lisa Leslie is the first to ever do it.
it's like rare to see a girl really come down on the fast break and make a
Yeah.
layup. Sometimes they fucking miss the easiest shots, and for hoopers, it's hard to watch it unless you at the game. It's fun
Candace,
at the game, but
Then you at
watching
the
it.
game, come on,
I
you
probably
doing
watch a
this?
high school game of some boys basketball team. It's like I don't know. They getting better though.
Yeah.
I don't mind watching certain players, like certain players playing Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark, my girl Juju at USC. Them the girls I like to watch, you know. There's a couple of them too. I just don't know their name, but I know they, you know, they face when I see them. But
Now, let
Yeah,
me
they
tell
be
you another sport that
they
I
be
didn't think I would be into, but I am into. Women's boxing. What? Man, when I saw that game before the fight, what was that last fight? When they had that woman, when they cheated her out of her when he tried to cheat her.
no, all I know is Clarissa
When that girl
Shields.
kept punching her and hitting her with her head button her. You know what game I'm talking about, Molly, because we were saying the same thing. She keep head butting. She keep head butting. What was the girl name?
There was some white girls, I think.
Yes, that white girl.
They ain't Clarissa Shields. You know?
No, it was the one she was fighting.
She
the
put
Latino
pause
girl.
on them. She'd beat both of them together.
What was that girl name right before the
challenging
fight?
Ali's daughter.
Oh, yeah. I love Layla Ali.
Layla keep talking shit about Clarissa. Clarissa keep calling her out.
Yeah.
Layla, ain't she too old to box now?
Yeah, but
right.
Clarissa don't care. You can talk. Say you can take a punch. Say get in that ring.
She still tear that white girl up.
No,
pat.
He said women should hit a 3 and flash them titties.
Who said that? Did y'all say that?
LA, they need Megan Thee Stallion on the team so she can go up and down the court for a few.
It's true that if they did that the ratings won't be the only thing going up.
I'm that's
right.
All you got to do
and it stay there. And it stay there.
I would sell part ownership to Caitlin Clark will sponsor somehow, you know, get these women, white women, to come out and watch WNBA basketball. You got to do something, but
they come out and watch boxing, and they come out and watch that damn wrestling. Then that is the sickest shit. Wrestling that I didn't like Glow. I didn't like the women's wrestling because I was like, but I like to see the women MMA fighters and I like to see the women boxers. That shit is that I'm like, yeah, I could, you know, but that fake wrestling stuff.
Keyword women, you know what I mean? Not these men giving these girls brain damages and
yeah,
no. A man is naturally stronger than a woman. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no woman built like no man. And a man will hurt. Well, they think they are, but a man will could seriously hurt and damage a woman.
Yeah.
So no, that's not no.
At them talent, they all equal, you know. But they took men out of women's sports for now, but 3 more years when the Democrats get back in there, you better be ready. They doing it again. Like they definitely gonna put shit back how they had it before Trump got in there and changed shit.
Not unless another Republican come in.
Women better start taking
nah, they ain't happening.
They got 3 years to take steroids and do push-ups and jump. That joke was crazy. I think I sent Marley the video like last year or something like that or something when beat that girl up so bad. I think she had like brain
she retired
or something.
Yeah, she retired. She was in there with Trump when he said I will take men out of female sport, and they showed her. She the one who pushed the movement.
That's her. Yeah,
she retired from fucking box. She was the best woman.
People was sitting there was booing, and when they did the interview, he said, "I told you I was coming. I told you I was coming."
He was talking like
Was
he
that
be
the
the
man
woman.
saying that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you I was coming. I told you, like, you bragging like you ain't a man.
Like he did some. Fight one of them men like that. Get the brick. You would tell him.
It's like, damn, Slim, you can't
That's
get mad
domestic violence.
because
Because
they
if
in their
he,
brain think they're a woman. So it's like I can't be mad at him because he believe he's a woman and he got a chance to fight another woman. It's just the people who allow this shit. That's who I'm mad.
why would she fight him? Did she think she could win?
Because that's who was on the card net. She had to. She had no choice. That's the card.
She had to.
Yeah.
Oh, that I thought they could pick and choose because on my contract, I'd be like, I'm not fighting no man.
Nah, not them joints be lined up. Definitely in the Olympics.
I'm like, I'm not fighting no
whoever
man.
next.
That was the Olympics that did that.
Yeah, I think it was in the Olympian boxing or something.
No. What I was talking about,
they
it
was
regular,
going, or they was fighting to go there to represent us or something.
It was a regular, I think, UFC fighter or boxing match. I don't know what it was, but
she knew. But did she know it was a man?
She knew it was born a man.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I wouldn't have gotten in that ring. No.
I didn't know.
I get in the ring.
I assumed.
Like, come on, Reese. Come on.
I assumed it was a man or a chick on you know what I mean, like a lifetime of steroids or something. Until they did the interview and everything and all, and everybody was booing. He was like, "Boo, boo me, boo me! I told you I was coming." I said, "Damn, that is a man."
David, show your face. What did he say? What did he David came.
I was knocked out. My screen froze.
What's the name of the girl? I seen her on the dress sitting in the seats.
Yeah.
The blonde girl, I seen her, but what's the guy's name that was I
don't
know.
Can't remember his name.
What
Hera.
What did he say, David?
That was Hera.
Hera. Not Shira, but Hera. Oh, my goodness.
Hera.
That was him and her.
Crazy. Like they better just allowing the women to play in the NBA then. Just merge the league together then. See how that work out.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you're gonna have, you know, if you're gonna do it that way, because those are called co-ed sports, then truly make it a co-ed sport. It seemed like you're being deceitful and sneaking. Oh, I'm sneaking to the women's basketball game, and I'm gonna do a Joanna Man on them.
Joanna Man.
Joanna Man.
There's a reason why you don't see women in the NFL, or at least trying out for a damn team. You'll never see a woman out there trying out for the Commanders or the Eagles. Right. It's just not. They know.
Why not? Why not? Because
and you won't see one of them so-called women that was born a man trying out for them teams neither.
Yeah.
Not when they done pumped all that shit in them. Like, go play football. You know, go play with the boys. No, they want to be a girl.
Well, we had flag football, stuff like that. But I played tackle with them, but that's different when you're coming up.
DeMello.
It's different when you're coming up.
Bird DeMello is
Jim Carrey. Remember Jim Carrey on In Living Color?
Venus DeMilo. That was Venus DeMilo. Hello, I'm Venus DeMilo.
Oh wow, Bird DeMello.
That's what it's called.
That's DeMilo, Bird DeMilo. DeMilo, yeah. Living Color. Go back to Living Color. Jim Carrey. He had the two ponytails and stuff.
That show was so underrated.
You can do.
Yeah, it was Living Color was definitely good. So our question of the day, everybody seems to teeter-totter on the same side of the seesaw. So as far as children being put out the house at 18, only if they're disrespectful and low down dirty scallywags, then you gotta let life kick them in the ass. If they're a scallywag, you let life kick them in the ass. That's it. And they'll learn. They learn. If they don't, the streets will teach you. The streets will teach you, unfortunately. And it's kind, and then they'll learn that this world don't owe you nothing, but they'll try to take everything from you. That's the place we live in. And we got to get out there and cut our own way, make our own way, and carve our own way in life. You know, like my granddad used to say, get your own. Wasn't nothing wrong with getting your own and owning your own and trying to be something and everything. Like how many 14-year-olds, well, I was younger than that, and I knew how to write a check in a checkbook because I was sitting there watching my grandmother pay her bills, and she would give me the old checkbooks to play with, you know, after the checks expired. And I would sit there and she showed me how to write a check. I was a little kid and I knew how to write a check. How many parents teach their children how to, well, they don't use checks no more, but you still need to know how to, it would be a good thing to still know how to learn. If something that, you know, or how it go. You know, everybody got debit cards. Ain't nothing wrong with learning how to balance the checkbook. Because even with a debit card, you got to know how much in your bank account. You still got to check the balance with that ledger. How many kids know how to do that? How many 16-year-olds you think know how to do that? If you ask them now, I think I'm going to do a survey. How old are you? You know how to write a check? You know how to balance a checkbook? Just out of curiosity.
Yep.
And that's what we could be teaching our kids. We're not teaching our kids. We're giving our kids the necessary tools to go out there and survive. So now I kind of understand when some people say, "What did they teach us? What did they give us? What are they passing on?" We didn't. We didn't give them the skills to survive. We just gave them go to school and listen to other people.
So why does it turn to blaming parents instead of it being like a conversation about that? And then people always realize it later or whatever that, you know, that it wasn't, you know.
That it wasn't fair. Some people won't realize it. Some people still don't realize it, Trey. It's hindsight is 2020. Have you ever had that feel like, damn, I should have did something else? Or think back that maybe I should have did something else differently. That's life lessons. And then when you learn them, a lot of parents won't say, I fucked up. I made a mistake. They won't own their mistakes. They won't eat it. You know, if you made a mistake, say, you know what, I made a mistake. Let's move on from here. How do we prepare? So I didn't teach you this, but let me teach you it to you now. I made a mistake.
I think it's to not be even received as a blame thing and be redirected, kind of like what you were saying, redirected as a catching up thing.
Right.
You know, and you can only ask because, you know, somebody can only tell you to a certain extent, you know, what you asked. So I don't expect nobody to spew out information. But, you know, when I be listening to y'all and I hear about the good parents that's doing blah, 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 or you know, or solid families or whatever, and then I mentioned the opposite, it's usually like received as blame instead of like open conversation. You know, so you know, luckily you say that you, oh, I see it. I see what you know certain people mean or whatever. That's cool if you do. You know, but yeah, for the good parents out there, I'm rooting for you. And if you're not or you wasn't, it's never too late if your ass is alive. So.
That's right. If you're alive, it's never too late. It's never. You know what my daddy told me? Then this is the honest to God truth. I didn't grow up with my father in the house. He told me, and this was a few years ago. He was like, you know what? I didn't do the best that I could by you. I didn't. I was too busy enjoying myself being young. You know, he said, but if that part is over with, let's move forward now. I can't take back nothing I did in the past. He said, I'm sorry. He said, you might have came out different. I might have could have helped you be something different. He said, but I didn't. So let's move on from it now. And I'm like, okay, Pop. So as long as he's alive, he was a shitty ass daddy, but he could have been a better granddaddy. You know what I mean? You was terrible as a father, you know, and the mother might have been terrible as a mother, but they are much better grandparents than they were because they got a chance to still help. They got a chance to correct what they didn't do. Like what they didn't do with me, they did with my son. And that's a beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, yeah, I can appreciate it. Like you said, people give people a chance to change. People, sometimes life got to catch up with people. People got to catch up with the life they live, you know, or however that works, vice versa. And people can change. And look, it may not have benefited me directly, but if it's helping my child, it's benefiting me because it's helping him. It didn't get my generation, but it skipped to the next generation. So, and that's all I could be is a better person than I was yesterday. And that's all of us. We learn something different every day. So we're supposed to apply what we learn. I learned that I should be holding my cup up and drinking my tea out of my cup. And so I'm applying what I'm learned. I learned I gotta get some more CMOS. Got my one lemonade left, Molly.
Oh man, she going through it now.
she done gave you the day yesterday. She gave you the day of when. Well, I'm gonna have something through this day and this day. So by this day,
but it seemed like somebody been in my stash. So
it ain't a stash if it's an open refrigerator. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's just lemonade in the refrigerator at this point. If it's just open, you better write on that shit.
Oh, okay. I've been saying this Molly Moss, CMOS.
Yeah, but that ain't. Yeah, that's not gonna stop me from. I'm gonna drink that shit up. If I live in the same house and you just got that shit just in there, I'm gonna drink that shit up.
Okay.
Like I ain't gonna just destroy it, but I'm gonna drink that.
I always tell him, you need to drink this. You need to drink. So I guess he said, I'm gonna drink it. So he the one that said CMOS ain't good. Yeah. And I said, Molly CMOS is. Oh, yeah. And he drank the first lemonade when I first got it from Molly. I said, Tyree, I thought you didn't like CMOS. He said, I don't. This lemonade. I said, that's Molly CMOS lemonade. He said, this ain't no CMOS lemonade. I said, yes, it is. He thought I was pranking him.
Yeah, it come in different forms. I don't think people really realize that too. People only think of gel and stuff too when it comes. People don't think it,
And I don't know what brand he had either. He said that it, he said, he told me throw it in the trash. When I said, he said, throw it away. He said, Mom, I'm telling you, you're not going to take it. Throw it away. And I said, yes, I am. And I did. And I said, this is not bad. It's not bad at all. So you live and you learn. See, he learned that CMOS can be beneficial for him and it tastes good. He learned that. And now I learned that he drinking my stash. I either got to get twice as much or actually hide it now. Right. Right. Twice as much or figure out a way to hide it. She touched his stuff. She touches stuff, y'all. I don't mess with Tyrese stuff. Is Fallen Fox. Transgender woman. Who is Fallen Fox?
I think he asked.
He said it's Fallen Fox. Is that Fallon or Fallen? Was her?
Fallon Fox is the transgender woman.
Oh, is that? Is she?
I'm about to look that shit up.
Yeah.
Let me see that man.
Fallen Fox.
They got another one named Pet Manual. There's so many of them.
Pet Manual.
Yeah.
That sounds like stripper names or porno names. Pet Manual.
Did you say stripper name?
Well, I mean, coming to the stage, Pat. Coming to the stage, Fox, Fallen Fox. And she's sliding down the stripper,
Might as well say Cherokee.
Sure.
Well, I actually got a picture of a Cherokee. I had a picture of Cherokee and what's her name, Pinky. I actually met those ladies.
Pinky got sloppy. That's neither here nor there, but Pinky got sloppy.
She got big.
She just got like
Yeah.
Some money to do that or babies. So
Who you said? You said Pinky got sloppy?
Yeah, Pinky sloppy as shit. She kept having rises and declines. Like she would like lose a little bit, then pick it back up. And that's because she wasn't. I mean, I ain't about to get into porn star. That wasn't the subject. That's not what y'all talking about today. But at the same time, she was like a household name. So contracts and stuff, you didn't have to work. Like you get contracts and stuff off nothing. You'll just be able to, do what you do on network off your name.
Yeah.
You wasn't hunting for videos to do. You was like, so she got lazy and got fat, really.
Oh, so she got that money start coming in, and she was like, I ain't gotta work out no more.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta work out no more. So WPGC Tigger used to do these things with the strippers come in. And the last one I went to was across the street at the Legend. And Beauty du Jour was there, Pinky was there, and and I knew some of the other strippers that was there. So that was the last time I seen. That was years ago. Oh my gosh, yeah. Years ago. And she was young. Yep. Anyway, at the top of the back to the question, 18 with a dream, you can stay at home. If you 18 or sipping on that lean, you got to go out on the streets. So that's the difference. If you're doing something, continue doing something. You get something somewhere. But if you ain't doing nothing, hey. Yep. And I remember me and my son having arguments about not doing nothing. I said, you can not do nothing, but you won't do it here. I said, I don't want to see you not do nothing. I said, because I raised you better and you got me in your corner. So if you want to not do nothing, you want to be nothing, go on out there. Nothing. Yes, I did. We had to go there one day, but he shaped up, and he turned it around. I don't want to say he turned it around for me. I think a little girl had sparked his little interest, and he know that he can't take nobody out to dinner in a movie with no ends.
Right.
So he had to step up his game. So he can't even get his hair cut, and at that time he had no beard or nothing. He couldn't even get his hair cut and look fly with no money. So he stepped up his game. Next thing I know, Shorty was working. Now his first job was at his very first job was at Shoppers Food Warehouse. He was 16. Shoppers Food Warehouse. Yep. He moved up from a stalker to a shelver to a cashier. So that was that he started making more money, coming to work on time and everything, until he lost his job at the Largo Shopper. I don't want to say it was on me, but I got mad and out of anger and emotion went up there and had words with one of the assistant managers because they was taking him off the they will make the schedule, and then she would put an X through his name. And because I said, start taking pictures of the schedule that the boss put out. She would put an X through his name and give the hours to somebody else. And I was like, oh, no, you don't. Because I was dropping them off and picking them up. So after I get off of work, I drop them off, stay up late, pick them up. So I'm like, so no, you don't. And I had words with the boss. Why did I do that?
No.
I was pissed, and he was like, "Mom," I was like, "He ain't even go back and get his last $69 check." He was like, "Forget it." So I made it bad, and I got banned out that store. So, so I know, I did the ghetto thing. I shouldn't have, but you know, when they said, "Oh, he had to get his mother to fight his battle," he didn't even know he was in the battle. He, you know, and I kept saying, "This is not okay," because I gotta come back and pick you up. He go in, Mom, they took me off the schedule. I said, "Don't you got pictures?" That's why I told him to start taking pictures of it. And that's what she was doing it, giving it to her relative that worked giving the hours. I'm like, see? So he wasn't allowed to work no more shifts with that manager, whatever man, you know. So he worked when the other assistant manager worked, or when the regular store manager worked and closed. But when it was her time, he couldn't work for her hours. So, and then after that, he didn't want to work there no more. After, you know, I got into the little altercation. You know, he stayed a little bit, but he was like, I can't do it. So I don't know if the other co-workers was messing with him or what. I don't know. So I guess I just should have let him fight his own battle, but you ain't gonna take advantage of me. I told him that you let them take advantage of you, but you ain't gonna take advantage of me. You find a way to get home.
Somebody getting bullied at work?
No, well, she was taking him off his schedule, taking his hours and giving it to her relatives that worked there. She would scratch his name off and put the relative there after the manager make the schedule.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she can't do that. She can't take your hours and give it to somebody else. You showing up for work and your shift is gave this. No way.
What would you do for your family?
Huh?
Say, what would you have done for your family?
I went up there and I asked, I said, I said, why is his name crossed out? Why is his name? And I asked her, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh no, this is not what we doing. Because I knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she finessing for the family. I'm saying, you was in her position. What would you do that?
I wouldn't hurt nobody else.
You wouldn't take nobody schedule for your cousins or your son?
No, because people need their money too. If you was a slacker or whatever work, the manager would know. So when he make the schedule, I said, nope, I want this person, that person working with me. Schedule me with this person because I work good with that team. I ain't gonna take away no innocent boy. I mean, like he don't need his money.
Oh no, he do. But I know people look out for family all the time before
Then let him
people they don't know.
Shit, I got undermined right here at this KFC because not realizing I got in there. The store manager is the wife, the cook is the husband, the niece is the fucking manager, and they fired me because I had a job at Food Lion. So one of them came in there on the low and see me working behind the deli counter, and they let me go from that job because they thought that I had left Food Lion. I mean, I left them for Food Lion.
Wow.
When instead of like actually asking me,
you were still working for them, right?
Yeah, but I had just started, so I'm waiting for the second part of my schedule. I had only got a week or so before my store manager went on vacation. When she came back, somebody already told her by then, all related. So somebody in her house, somebody that eats at her dinner table, told her that I work at Food Lion, and they let me go from there. So I was trying to get the runaround. They walked in there. It was the store manager and her husband walked in there on a different day to buy some shit. And they told me, yeah, I heard you work here. We thought that you left here to go to Food Line. How the fuck did you think that when I'm supposed to still be, you know? So that shit does happen for family and shit. Shit like weird shit like that does happen.
Yeah.
Straight up, it really does.
But we didn't hurt nobody like that. When my cousins worked with me, or when me and Booby tore KFC up, I was the crew chief leader. We worked. We was there working. We wasn't cutting nobody hours. The only thing we was doing is cooking chicken at night, and we cooked so much that we had to take home the leftovers. So we was dropping chicken when we was close. That's what we did for family. And I would take buckets of chicken home for the whole family. They put in the orders like they had at the desk at the counter at KFC. Bring me some chicken little hoes. Bring me a parfait of my grandmother. Reese, you know, I like my strawberry parfait. I'm like, Grandma, I get you because I got that on discount. But I was like, okay, I got it because this is on a discount. This is on account of the manager that I was working with was cool, and let me take strawberry parfaits home for my grandma.
Y'all said you was stealing.
I didn't steal a thing. I did not steal a thing. My manager knew, and they gave you could have the leftover chicken at night if there's leftovers. The staff can take it. So my cousin Booby be in the kitchen dropping when we was closing, and he was dropping. He's like, "Oh, I done cooked too much chicken."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Did you put granddaddy? Look, did you look? Did you do some spicy chicken? Yeah, I got granddaddy spicy kill. Long as you drop some spicy chicken, I can take on spicy and original." And the corn is always with corn on the cob left, and it was always coleslaw left over and mashed potatoes and gravy and stuff like that. So
we had to trash everything. Anytime, end of the night, whatever food left, you got trash. They don't allow you to take it home. Can't give it to the homeless or none of that shit. Nope. Because you get ill or you get sick at home, you can't sue these people.
That's bad.
But they don't put themselves in no position. They like, we ain't give it to you, we ain't sell it to you. It made sense, but I was mad just throwing away all of that food. I was like, every night, you got to throw it away.
At KFC?
Nah, it was at the baseball stadium. So we had food. I'm talking about endless nuggets, little tender fries, pizzas, pretzels,
hot dogs, and everything.
Yeah, glizzies.
Give it to nobody.
You got to count it and then throw it away.
I counted. I would count it and I would bag it up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm throwing it away.
Nah, that's what people do, just hide and try to do. But we couldn't say, hey, can we take this home? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, you do your. Hell nah, you better find a way to get it out. The manager wasn't gonna stop you. He just like, you get caught, that's on you. You know.
Let me tell you, my daddy used to work at Red Lobster Day. He was young coming up when they had steaks and lobsters and stuff. He said they had a new store manager to say, yeah, ain't nobody gonna steal nothing from my store because I run a tight ship. I run a tight ship. My father said him and one of his partners, they would take the food and put it in the trash bag. Put the cases of steaks and lobster in the trash bag, and they would double it up and take the trash bag and set it outside on the dumpster right before it's time to leave. So when they leave out, they take their car around back and they grab it. He said all his girlfriends had steaks and lobsters and stuff like that. I said, that ain't right. He said that's the kind of stuff that they did. They used to get away with stuff like that. He said they take it right to the girlfriend, Washington Heights at the ghetto. They was eating steak and lobsters before they had the EBT cards.
Yeah. Thanks, Jamie. What is it, Jamie Hetfield?
Jamie Hetfield, what'd you say?
Yeah. I think she's friends with Shaquan. Group saying it's her first time was hearing about money online. She shared a clip as well inside of it. She couldn't keep silent. Said she need everyone to benefit from this, just like she did. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quan, you at? We don't need no scammers in here. Everybody hit that link and their phone go blank.
Yeah, I ain't touching that. Until somebody else do first.
Who is
You said to Josh, hit it first, Josh.
Yeah, that's why it's so high eating out.
Well, this is back in my daddy day. So you got to say that was the 70s and 80s, you know, back in his day. Why it's high eating out now is because food costs so much.
70s and 80s, how young is your father?
My father was 18 when he had me.
Damn. Yeah, he was young.
No, he was young.
70s and 80s. I'm thinking y'all grew up in the 70s and 80s.
Well, I was born in 71. So that's when they were growing up. They was teenagers. They was teenagers. And I'm just being started, you know.
You grew up really in the 80s.
Who?
You was growing up really in the 80s.
Yeah, I was a teenager in the 80s, right?
Late 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Say Shaquan got scammers.
She said Shaquan, well, he's got scammers.
They just joined in. They got us an extra view. Hey, Jamie, hit that like, hit that share button. Share with the rest of you scammers out there.
Oh Lord, they be finding ways a scam.
And we had somebody on here one day scamming Reese. Reese talking to this dude about YouTube. He can help us grow our page and all that. Dog, when I say we went from 2 views to
like
20,
800.
yeah, that shit just would not stop. We was at 1,000. He's like, yeah, see how I got your viewership, but not one comment. I was like, dog, this shit is finesse. Like, it's cool we see views or whatnot, but where the likes at? Where the comments at? These fake pages, viewed our page from all these fake pages. And Reese is about to send him that bag. So how much you need?
I said, Molly, you said that's a scam, Reese. You said that's a scam. Because he said, if you send me this much, I said, oh, that's too much. He said, well, if you send me this much, I can get you this much. I was like, Molly, what you think?
Now, one subscriber change. He said he give us a little pre-run. That's why all them viewerships was popping up. I'm like, not one person subscribed yet.
Molly showed me how that was done, how the viewer thing worked. And I was like, oh, wow.
Got him. Quicker than that.
And I was like, wow, okay. He probably was sitting in another country. Look, it happened to the best of us. It's okay.
Oh, Joe.
Joe the Blow.
This has been a great day. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Wellness Wednesday, and we'll talk about hygiene, butt clean, with the hygiene. And I got this idea from DJ Slicky Woo Boo, because he said he got to keep his butt clean. I'm like, yeah.
What in the world? Slicky, why you ain't talking about your butt, man? Come get your sister, man. We know she back now, y'all. She ain't sick. She back talking about butt, pegging.
No, of hygiene. We talking about keeping your body clean. That goes for women too.
Yeah, but
it's a shame. Should no woman ever give a man a salty titty? I don't care. Get that man high blood pressure.
Yeah, you think Jamie Hartfield picture me dead. I don't know who that is. Like an older lady though with like gray hair. Damn, yeah, that definitely, that might be a man. That's crazy, y'all. Get out. I ain't even pay that no attention. I can't. It's hard.
That ain't no man.
I hope that ain't nobody grandmother. Shaquan, sorry if that's your family or a cousin or anybody in the family, but they came on here promoting a link about finance. Anytime I see that, I think it's a scam.
I be thinking spam, yeah.
You come in and say, hey, how y'all doing? Or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think Phil gonna pop back in today.
Yeah, he's out there, out and about. So, Ricky, what you doing, Ricky? Ricky, I don't know what Phil and Ricky doing.
Ricky, man.
He's like, over there, Ricky, and take some pictures. Ricky, so we post Ricky, look, because Ricky is ahead of street line. That's the only way I know. Street line. So, yeah. Tomorrow, Wellness Wednesday, we're going to talk about hygiene and how important hygiene is. Because y'all don't know that when you can smell, that means bacteria is growing. Wherever that odor is coming from, bacteria is growing, whether it's growing inside you or outside you. And you definitely want to wash it off and keep your domain clean.
Yeah. You definitely get on that shit. Jamie is sponsored by Sauce in the City.
In the words of Toucan Sam, just follow your nose. It always knows.
But if your nose goes somewhere,
is the close to godliness.
You know, I'll say that for Freaky Friday. You know, you ain't gonna stick your member in the nothing that stink, right?
Who knows these days? Who knows?
You said who knows these days? So they just turn their head. Oh, that's nasty, Marlon.
No, they mess with that dookie hoe. It stink anyway. It's stinking. Like, nah.
That's only if Dookie in there. It don't have to. It don't stink until you stare at it, like my granddaddy said. But people that do that
You like shutting
practice
it up,
keeping
then
that
you always say
clean
my
too.
granddad and my grandma said. Like my grandma said.
If you can eat
My
chitlins, you if you can eat chitlins, you can eat an ass.
My
No,
grandmama must
because
told me that.
they clean the head out of some chitlins and they boil it. I don't see nobody boiling no ass. I don't see nobody boiling their ass.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
you
all
clean it.
that protein shake. That's all it is. It's like beaver butt, and then they grind it into a
Did you
powder.
say beaver butt?
Yeah, it's like beaver anus, and when they don't know what to do with it, so they grind it down to powder, and they sell it as like these protein shit they selling. You know, them dudes with the muscles be getting that. That ain't nothing but that. You know, it got a lot of nutrients and stuff in it, so they ain't want to just waste it. They found another way to sell it. So.
Oh, so no wonder that's why David Green like butt. He was eating the protein shakes, but the beaver butt started it. Oh, the beaver butt started it. David semi-pro. David, who's that? This says Jamie Harfield is a freaky
grandma.
He burnt. We out of here, man. Y'all gonna get nasty, man. We gonna see y'all tomorrow, same time as always.
Bonus Wednesday.
Jamie Hatfield.